All right. Good evening, everyone. Welcome to an all new episode of the Anination podcast. Thank you all for waiting. I know that we have taken a while to set up. We have some new things for us to check out in this new stream, so hope you guys enjoy it.
Yes, and we definitely got some interesting things to talk about in terms of what's to come for animation, as well as a huge award nominees that we'll be talking about.
I mean, the title pretty much says itself, the Crunchyroll Anime Awards predictions. We're going to be predicting them for sure.
Yeah, you're going to hear our takes, our differing opinions. So, yeah.
And yeah, honestly, really can't wait for it. But again, we'll discuss more about the Crunchyroll Anime Awards and other things today.
Mm-hmm.
All right, without further ado, let's get things started, shall we?
Yes.
All right, well, hello everybody. Welcome to an all-new episode of the Anination podcast. Literally days before Easter.
Yes.
My name is Nate, and Omid here.
What is up, everyone? How y'all doing, Anination World? And yeah, we got a whole bunch of events coming up. Of course, we got Easter coming up, like you said. Happy Easter.
Happy Easter to everybody, yeah. I know that we're recording like days before Easter time, so...
Not only that, but as we are recording this, it is literally... it's 3 days before my birthday.
Oh, you're just putting it out there. It's your birthday, huh?
Yeah, I'm the early birthday boy here. Let's go.
So it's on Saturday, the day before Easter.
It is on Saturday. Yes, that's correct.
Okay, nice. Very nice.
And yeah.
So you're going to be how old again? 33?
Yep.
33?
33.
How old, like, how is it feeling like that old now?
Yeah, as I get older, I think to myself, man, I ain't getting any younger. But then again, it's always fun to celebrate this annual milestone, me turning a different age. It's just, yeah, things I'm looking forward to in a new age, new opportunities.
Hopefully things turn around. You know, I know that you've been having your issues and things like that, but hopefully things turn around with the with you getting older and all.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, absolutely. And not just new job opportunities, but also new resolutions and new things to learn.
Don't you like celebrate new resolutions in the new year?
Yeah, there's always New Year's resolutions, but then I think to myself, there should be resolutions for birthdays as well, because you're turning a year older, and so you should think about, okay, what do you want to do at the brand new age coming up?
Okay, well, I mean, there's that, but either way, like, hey, celebrate your 33rd. I know that, I think I already told you that I won't be there for that, unfortunately. But you're having a big party you're having like a big week for your birthday, by the way.
I have a big week. Like the marathon is just continuing on. Like I've had a big birthday marathon where I celebrated with a variety of people, including yourself.
Yeah.
Like on Monday, I celebrated with you and Jess.
Yes.
I remember we went to this one Japanese marketplace that takes place locally, and he introduced me to this gashapon place.
Yes, I did.
We ended up shopping, where we ended up going to these machines and then just going to like gashapon and everything, and scoring some real nice.
So the thing is about gachapon is that when you put those coins in, you end up getting a prize for free. The issue is what prize are you gonna grab. So you will end up with something that's like based off the anime that you like. And then the thing is, like, is it your favorite character? Is it someone that you don't like?
Yeah, you have to pray it's your favorite character. There's a 1 in a 10th chance that it may end up being a favorite character, but then there's a high chance.
I just remember this guy like going to the Code Geass one, and then he was pulling like 3 times to get Lelouch, and he was able to get it in the 3rd time. So
third time's a charm. Third time's a charm.
But you did end up getting the protagonist pretty much. Like you had Suzaku, you had Rose from the other anime series.
Yeah, and last but not least, Lelouch Lamperouche himself. I'm just like, yes, finally.
I know, and you kept that one, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, I kept it safe in my pocket, where I used to put all the other ones in that one shopping cart.
I mean, yeah, there's that. You also checked out like Spy Family. Like either way, the gachapon area was cool. Like you end up seeing like your favorite animes, and you end up just pulling for whatever you want.
Yeah, so. The machines I went for are Code Geass, Super Mario, Spy X Family, and Chainsaw Man.
I was looking at the Yohane one from Love Live, but I already had the 2 favorite characters, so I don't need to pull anymore. I tried to go for this SMT5 one, and I didn't get the personas that I wanted. So
you were aiming for Jack Frost.
I was for Jack Frost or Dark Frost, and both of them didn't pull out as the other ones. And I'm like, okay, fine, whatever.
It was that unfamiliar looking shadow.
Yeah, they're all like other shadows, and I'm like, damn it.
Yeah, because Jack Frost is sort of like the mascot of
and that's why I wanted to pull it. You know, I wanted to grab that for him as well, but no, that's not that.
And then after that, this dude treated me out to ramen for dinner. I can't thank you enough. It was delicious.
I mean, it's good ramen. Santoka ramen. It definitely was really good. The unfortunate part is it's in that marketplace that we went to. But dude, it just was great. Like you go to Kinokuniya, you buy you get your manga there. You went to the gachapon spot. Then you also bought like your Bochi figure too. So
Bochi! I could not leave the store without the Bochi because those figurines look so cute.
They are really cute. Yeah, I just don't know what they are. So there's that.
All I know is that other than Nendoroids, these are the figurines to collect.
Are they? Like they're just like are they like more like desk ornaments to say?
They're more like desk ornaments, but the way they're constructed, the way they're made, it's just so well crafted.
Interesting. Okay, yeah, but I know that you also did celebrate your birthday yesterday before we recorded.
I celebrated with my mom in the big city yesterday. We went to this Little Italy tour in which there's this tour guide who was showing us all of these historic places and then giving us some fun facts about them. And
nice.
Then we even had some food here and there, so it was a bit of a food tour. And then we walked around Pier 39. It was nice to get that nice ocean breeze.
Oh, of course, yeah.
It was just, it was beautiful. And then after that, we went to Ghirardelli Square, had some ice cream.
Nice. I always go there for the ice cream. It's always good.
And after that, we walked to our car, and we relaxed at home for about 5 to 10 minutes before we decided to go to our local bar to watch the Warriors-Grizzlies game. And the cherry on top was that we ended up winning against the Grizzlies.
Very nice.
I was so happy, especially how I was having my doubts because Warriors were in a vulnerable position. But the Warriors came out strong in the first half especially. But the Grizzlies were doing much better in the second half than the first half, so it gave me kind of a scare. But the Warriors ended up being coming on top.
Something tells me that they were going to be the one that was going to, be the 7th seed in the playoffs. So congrats on the win. Yes. You're now in the playoffs. Congrats.
I was so happy because we are called Dub Nation for a reason.
Yeah.
But it's just that even with the playoffs, because we are facing against the Houston Rockets, who are doing much better than we are, so I'm kind of scared about that.
I mean, there's that as well, but just be careful with it. Who knows? I mean, like, there are some underdogs that actually made it all the way to the finale, to the finals to say.
Yeah, we could pull off a Cinderella.
Jimmy Butler did it when he was the Heat. I mean, he was the 8th seed in the NBA during the NBA playoffs one year.
Yeah, so chances are he could be serving up.
They just lost to the Nuggets, I believe, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, so I do hope that the Warriors go much farther than expected, but unfortunately, I think the chances of the Warriors winning the whole championship as a whole is pretty low in comparison to other teams.
I mean, I don't know about that, man. Look, you can't be the Thunder. Thunder's going to be the one that's going to rock.
We're not the same Warriors that we used to be, unfortunately.
Yeah. Oh man, but either way, that's still good. You had a good week, good start of your week. I know that you also have big celebrations coming up for your birthday too.
Yeah, I do. Like, friends of mine's coming over tomorrow. I'm celebrating with another friend on Friday, and on Saturday I'm having dinner with just a few of my friends. Just a small party, just a small gathering. But the birthday marathon's been going really great, and I can't wait for the rest of the week. But enough from me. How about you?
Yeah, the week was all right. What was it? I mostly hang out with my mom because what was it? It's that weekend where I usually hang out with my mom and everything, which is pretty cool. And then Monday was hanging out with you, with my friend. Oh, of course, Jess and Omid. We ended up going to head up and celebrate his birthday there. And then yesterday, it's hard for me to actually say this, but yesterday was absolutely a very bad day for me.
Really?
Yes,
what happened?
Because if you could see right there in the middle of the table there, that is a VTuber named Gargura. And if you guys, I don't know if you guys are into VTubers and stuff like that, but she's been my Oshi for a couple years now. I started watching Gura in 2020 when the whole pandemic was going on. She joined Hololive during that year, and then I started watching her videos here and there. Yesterday she just announced her graduation, and it was so tragic because I remember there's some signs that were coming up that says that she would there were signs that were thinking she was gonna leave because she wasn't streaming recently. Her schedule was so off. She doesn't know when to stream. She was taking a lot of breaks. And then out of nowhere, I saw the video that popped up that said, what was it? Important announcement. And I'm like, wait a minute, I've seen this before. I've seen it with the other Hololive members too. I've seen it with Fauna. I've seen it with Mume. And now you're telling me Gura is the next person down? I'm like, no, this can't be right. And I know, and I don't know if you guys were following on Twitter, but anybody was like, whoever was a big Gura fan, they were all like, oh, this can't be right. This can't be graduation. Everyone's trying to joke around. They're trying to like be, 50-50, say like, hey, this is just going to be a big announcement. To try to wave it off, the fact that she was going to graduate. But no, the the announcement was real. She did say that she graduated, and I hated that. And I really, really like am sympathizing in that video that she put up because it was only 8 minutes long. But she literally was like tearing up, thanking her fans, thanking her, her I forgot the name of the fandom that she's in, but I remember being a part of that. I remember buying a lot of stuff for Gura, because I was a huge fan of her. She was a part of Hololive Myth, and Hololive Myth has just been awesome with Gura, Ame, Ina, Mori, and Kiara. But now they're down 2 members because Ame did, quote, she didn't graduate, but she's still a part of Hololive, but she's not streaming anymore, and that was back in late 2024. Now, the fact that she's graduating means that her avatar is going to be gone. There's not going to be a Gargura anymore. If she's going to stream again, she's going to go back to being just a regular streamer, and I feel like I know who it is because she streamed before being Gura, like back in 2019 and stuff like that. So there's that, but no, I mean, Gargura is like the huge face of Hololive, and my thing right now is, I mean, first off, I'm saddened that she's gone. I'll put this picture up because this was the picture that she did when she did her whole thing. I'm like, man. She's gone. Her avatar's gonna be gone off Hololive servers. It feels like it's gonna be ending. I don't know what else to say. I mean, I just remember yesterday. I think everybody knew when the news dropped because I posted up like in all my servers saying like my favorite VTuber is gone. She's about to graduate, and that's gonna be in May where she graduates. But the announcement of it still hurts because how do I say this? I know everybody who I posted up just didn't want to talk about it, and I'm like, I understand your pain, but I don't think you feel it as more as me because I was a big Gura fan. I was a huge fan of just watching her streams and all the silliness that happened with Hololive and all the things that she's just made things happy and all that. I mean, I was even really crazy to actually visit her in a convention, by the way. Like you see that face. I mean, to be fair, this is the pandemic too. So
look at that happy face. Oh wait, I can't see it, but still though.
I mean,
I do imagine you're excited.
No, I was excited because I didn't expect myself to actually win a lottery for Gargura. Because put my name in for these VTubers, and I'm like, I picked my 3. And I'm like, fingers crossed I would get a part of the lottery. I didn't win the other 2, but then I got Gura. And I'm like, that's the number 1 person I want to go for. And I went with Gura. And I remember the time that I actually saw her at CRX. And I told her, how can I told her, I loved you. You're a great streamer and all that. And I told her, I'm trying to stream myself as well. Can you give me tips on what to do? And then she just tells me, just keep streaming. Just be happy. Just be yourself and that kind of thing. And I told her, what games do you want to stream next? Do you want to stream old games like N64 games or all that? Then she talks about Mario Party and that kind of stuff. And then that's when I took that picture because I think we only have a limited amount of time. But either way, having that whole meet and greet for 5 minutes is fine with me. I'm just there talking to her, saying she's just a regular person, man. Behind the whole avatar, she's just a regular person, regular streamer, just like Iron Mouse. I don't know if you guys know Iron Mouse, but she's the same thing. She's a person. There's a literal person behind the avatar, but they're entertaining. They're funny. They always love to do all this and that. So, yeah, her graduation's coming up in May, early May. I obviously was devastated with the fact that she's gonna go. I don't know what else to say. Gura was just an amazing VTuber. Now I don't even know what VTuber to go to now. Maybe Mori or maybe Ina or Crony. But Gura was definitely my number 1. And now that she's gone, it feels devastating for real. Can't really say much.
I just want to say right now, my heart grieves for you, man. My heart grieves for all the Hololive fans and especially fans of Gargura.
Yeah, did you hear about the record of people that went to the stream? Over 250,000 people watched the whole video of her announcing that she was gonna graduate. Then I'm watching like every video talking about like, you know, how is this going to affect Hololive, because she's the biggest VTuber streamer, like one of the biggest VTuber streamers right now, next to Iron Mouse or something. But yeah, her being gone kind of sucks for Hololive right now, because I don't know where they're going to be at right now, because I've seen this before. Nichi Sanji had a big dilemma when it came to Doki Bird. I don't know if you heard about Doki Bird, but she's a part of. She's coming to Fanime, by the way. She went through a lot of shit with Nichi Sanji. Now Gura, according to her, said she did the same thing. She's kind of going through the same thing. She's like, she disagrees with management. She doesn't like the direction it's going on right now. So there's just a bunch of disagreements with Hololive. Is the reason why she's graduating. So yeah, it's just. Yeah, I just never expected it. I thought she was gonna last like longer than expected, but 5 years, I mean, it's long enough to be fair, but like it was just so tragic. I just never expected it to happen right now.
Yeah, listen, I really do understand your pain. I really do, but this is Gargura's life, and this is the person behind Gargura. She does have a life outside of this, and she says she's graduating, and so what I do hope is that things do get better for her, like after this.
I feel like it will get better because she's gonna go indie now. From the way I'm seeing it, she's gonna move on to her old avatar, but that she's done back in like 2019. So she'll be doing streams over there. I already followed on both of them just to make sure, like, whenever she comes back, I could get to see her stream again, which is great. You should hear like all the all the popular VTubers were. All the popular YouTubers were actually all reacting to it. So I remember Ludwig. I don't know if you know Ludwig, but he like put a big thing about it, like, oh my god, this sucks. Like I can see like he was like hella shocked and stuff like that. And he's even tried to say like, oh, I don't know if you know Saikuno, by the way, but apparently he's a big VTuber fan and he likes Gura too. And he's saying, please make sure he's okay, because I don't want him to get hurt or like, you know, hurt himself because of what about this big news and stuff. So.
Oh, the entire VTuber community is in shock. They're currently trying to grasp what's happened. Like they're currently grieving over this news, and yeah, it's heavy news for them.
I mean, heavy news for all Gargura fans for sure. Yeah. And I mean, even a lot of VTubers were even like putting their reactions. I would imagine, like, I mean, I heard what was it, Mori's reaction to it. I mean, like, obviously that's like the elephant in the room when she was streaming last night, and she had to bring up her comments as well. Obviously, it's also sad for her to see her leave, but then just remember, like, it was her, Gura, and what was it, Ina, Ame, and Kirara that made Hololive Myth, and all 5 of them like made these 5 years so fun for that particular group. They always had fun together, and now 2 of them left, and now there's only 3 members of Hololive Myth now. So it sucks.
Yeah, all I gotta say is that, you know, like this really is a sad time because of this. But I'm just saying right now, like, you guys will have plenty of time to heal from this. It's going to take time to recover, but that time will eventually pass. You will feel better by the end.
Well, but yeah, I'll eventually feel better, but like, again, it'll take some time. Either way, this was a tough moment. Yesterday was definitely tough to hear that one of my favorite VTubers is gone, and it is what it is. But you know what, though? I'm going to do this. I'm going to bring this plushie and actually put it over here in our area now. So, by the way,
sure.
Yeah. We're going to kind of do that.
I say she deserves a spot here.
She's going to deserve a spot now.
Knowing
the fact that she's gone. Knowing the fact that she's about to leave in like a couple weeks.
Question is where?
I'll put her here maybe. I don't know. Will that work, guys? She's right behind Sasha.
But then you're kind of blocking Reagan, though.
I don't know.
What if you put him at the bottom there?
No. Nobody can see down there.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah, I'm going to say.
But anyway.
Maybe... Lynn Jr. is probably going to be put behind, though, but I'm going to put it right here.
All I'm going to say is that Gargura may be gone, but at least the memories will still live on. You'll still hold on to those memories.
Man, I mean, yesterday just felt like somebody died in the community. I'm like, God damn it. Ugh.
I'm like, it's not really a death per se. It's just
not a death, but it's more like you're losing your sister or something like that.
That's what it feels like. It feels like, let's say you have a relative or friend who's moving away.
Yes, something like that.
It feels like that.
It definitely feels like that, where like, you know, something tragic happens and it's just like, whatever. I mean, the whole tearing up moment in that video also just impacted me a whole lot. So yeah, it was tough. It was tough yesterday. Really a bad day. Trying to recover it after that, but Yeah, I'm doing an episode. I'm trying to be happy. I'm trying to be lively for this one. So yeah.
Okay,
It's
man.
gonna come. It's gonna eventually happen. Like when the graduation day happened on May 2nd, I'm gonna be watching it obviously on YouTube. But then I know I would imagine everybody else probably like tearing up, say goodbye and all that. Oh man, I'm gonna be there watching it as she pretty much says goodbye in Hololive. Ugh.
It's like saying goodbye to your kid when they're leaving for college. It's that sort of feeling.
Oh, man. All right. Well, I guess that's it. Unless we have anything else to say from your week, or
I've sent my piece, and you said your beautiful piece on your favorite Hololive Galgura.
Yeah.
I feel like you've made quite a tribute now.
I did. Let's see how it goes. All right. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get things started with our episode. And the first thing we're gonna do is our first impressions. And the first impressions show that we're going to be discuss is this Disney Channel show that has been going on for a couple of months now. We haven't seen it yet until now, and now it's time for us to finally give our first impressions to Stugo. Okay, so the theme song is catchy as heck. Do you like that?
Yeah, and the theme song, not only is the song itself catchy, especially with the Stugo part, but the intro does such an excellent job in introducing each and every single characters by name, by character design, what makes them tick.
I don't know. I just love the whole bop where you just hear the thing, they hear the Stugo part, and then after that, everybody's just bopping, like dancing and stuff like that, which is cool.
Yeah, and then one by one, you're introduced to each and every single character, and you're already invested in them because of how distinct that each of them look.
Indeed, yeah. I mean, like, it's kind of crazy how, like, 6 kids go into an island and then they think it's camp, but it's not. Then they're just trying to live there for the rest of summer. So there's that. But here's the thing. When we first saw Stugo, it was pretty much like a trailer on Disney Channel. And it talks about those 6 kids, that one scientist, what that island is all about. What were your first impressions when you first saw the trailer of Stugo?
My first impressions when I saw the trailer of Stugo, because Disney Channel shows are still at their prime, they're still going on strong. When I saw Stugo trailer, I was thinking, I'm getting into this. Maybe not day one, but definitely sometime. And I just happened to watch Stugo much earlier, like earlier this week. And I was, from the first 3 episodes I've seen, it's relatively a good show.
It's quite interesting because like they just do. It's odd because we're going to be discussing the episodes later, honestly. But like we did watch the first 3 episodes of Stugo, and it's odd, like what these 6 kids are going to go through, like what other things are happening on the island, and all that jazz.
Yeah, and no lie, Stugo is sort of like a mixture of Steven Universe and Summer Camp Island. Like when I look at like the beach view of the island, it makes me think of Steven Universe, and when I think of like the bean-shaped mouth and the character designs, it gave me a bit of a Steven Universe vibe to it. But then when I look at Summer Camp Island and how it takes place in an island with many different sorts of creatures, Summer Camp Island vibes.
Okay. I couldn't even put a relation to like a TV show, honestly. I thought it was just its own thing. I just saw like, what was it? The characters, they look fun. Pliny looks cool with the glasses and stuff and everything else. Yeah, I mean, like, first impressions wise, when I first saw the trailer, I was like, I wanted to try this out. I want to see what Disney Channel has in store. I mean, we have Kif, we have Big City Greens, we have, what was it?
Primos.
Primos. Now Stugo's here. Like, what will make Stugo stand out? What will make this show, something that we will love to see for like these next couple of seasons to say? Who knows? But yeah, I mean, first impression wise, I thought it was not bad. I wanted to try this out. Like, this looks to be like a fun show. So let's break down like the whole story of the show, because it talks about 6 different gifted middle school children invited to a mysterious remote island for what they believe to be academic summer camp. It is revealed to be a scam by Dr. Lula. Now the kids are just pretty much stuck there for 3 months. They use their wit, teamwork, and their friendship to succeed on their adventure of this island surrounded by different creatures and natural habitats. Okay, so how impressed were we by how the plot was handled in this first 3 episodes?
I thought that each and every single episode that we did see, they have their own plot to it. This isn't one of those shows where it's all built up with this one grand story. No, each and every single one of them are episodic. Like, for example, you have the kids fighting off the mutants for food. You have the kids dealing with this manatee babysitter, which is a nanny tea. But then Francis is the one that is like, that manatee's kind of sus, something is up. And yeah, she was definitely the MVP of that episode. And then, of course, there's this bean trading episode where it's basically the kids are collecting beans and they trade beans. And then Sarah kind of scams Larry. And then, Sarah does feel guilty about it. But then she tries to make up for it in her own way by finding off a lie with another lie that contradicts that other lie. So I do see where they were going with this, and it's a clever way to make it so that the character deals with the fact that she lied to him.
All right, well, you broke down like pretty much every episode, so I'll stop talking.
I mean, it's not every episode, but it's a few.
No, it's just those 3 episodes. It's just those 3 episodes that we discussed. But okay, but the only way I'm gonna say this is that there's just so many side stories in these episodes that it's kind of suspicious. I mean, Dr. Lula, I think, is the main factor in this, because why is she on an island with these creatures? Who are these creatures? Did she make them? What are these scientific stuff that Dr. Lula is doing? Why is she by herself? Is there other people that are with her too? So these 6 kids are like trying to figure out these, like, all the things that's going on. Like, they're stuck there for 3 months, yes, but like there are so many things around like the island that they're discovering right now, like those beans, for example. What was it? Dr. Lula and like apparently this nanny teen, the nana teen that what was it? The nana teen that actually wants to like destroy wants to like get rid of Dr. Lula for a freaking speedboat or something. Yeah. And then there's also that one episode where that big biodome happens too. Like, oh, when you put your hand in the biodome, oh, you're going to be part of the island too.
Yeah, that was actually quite clever in a way that it tackled that kind of concept. It was quite an interesting, unique concept.
I think the whole concept is, who is Dr. Lula? What is she doing? And remember, like, there's some suspicious stuff about her. I just feel like there's something, the answer has to be out there in Stugo.
You could say that she is not what she seems.
Oh, God. Okay. Where are you, Gravity Falls here?
I'm just saying that Stugo has the chance. They have the potential. They have the opportunity to actually have their own not what he seems type episode where it's a big twist when it comes to the character of Lula. They have the opportunity to do that. But then again, they could go the slice of life route in which they continue to make episodes.
I mean, from hearing the story, like, they use their wit, teamwork, and friendship to succeed on their adventures. I'm guessing it's just small adventures on the island, but I feel like there's more than that. There has to be something more than that. I really hope there's a full-on story about, like, what Stugo's all about, you know? And what does that mean? What does Stugo mean? I don't think... So there's no meaning of Stugo, right? It's just the name of the title.
There's a chance they could go the amphibia route, in which in the beginning you do see a string of small slice of life mini episodes, small episodes before you get to the grand story. Like, it could actually do that, because with when you think about Stugo, you kind of wonder, where do these natural habitats come from? Where do these creatures come from? What's Dr. Lula like? What was she like before the island?
I swear to God, like, Dr. Lula, I think, is the one answer that we need to figure out. That I just feel like that's how it's going to be. And again, Stugo episodes right now, they're not really giving out that answer. They're just giving out the adventures of those 6 kids.
They're giving out the adventures of those 6 kids from what we're seeing, but I really do trust, because this is a Disney Channel show, I do trust that they're going to do something more with the environment of Dr. Lula.
Hopefully, yeah. I mean, we are currently only watching 3 episodes. I know they're already at like 16 episodes already in Stugo, so
exactly.
We have to catch up. We definitely have to catch up. All right, so now let's actually discuss about the characters of Stugo. And let's start off with the main character, Pliny, not an Indonesian American who serves as the leader of the group. She strives for fun, creativity, passion, and resources in the island, and tries her best to keep up the group together. Kind of does feel like she is a leader herself. I mean, she kind of like I don't know how to explain it, but like, when it comes to all the things that the group needs to go through, it is up to her, right?
Yeah, Pliny is definitely the heart and soul of the group. Not only that, but her personality is very extrovert. She's very outgoing.
Oh, I know. And she like wants to do these kind of stuff here and there. I remember like she tried to like offer her boots for food.
Yeah.
In that one episode.
Yeah, like the thing about Pliny is that she's definitely a happy-go-lucky character. A happy-go-lucky character that gives you the vibes of, let's say, SpongeBob or Laszlo, but except Pliny's actually smart.
I kind of do. Well, here's the thing. They're all smart, by the way. These kids are supposed to be all smart going into this island.
Yeah, and that's what makes these characters work together, is that they may contrast in terms of personalities and interests, but what they share in common is that they're gifted.
Yeah, they're very gifted kids, and let's not think about it. Like, oh, they're stuck on an island. They're thinking that it's going to be like some sort of summer camp, but it's not a summer camp. I don't know. I think I do like Pliny. She's kind of fun, kind of cool to see. She's kind of crazy sometimes. Like she kind of goes outwitting to say. Yeah,
she does, but she does have good intentions. But there are times, like in one episode that I will not name, for example, where she does try to support a friend, but then it kind of goes the wrong way.
Right.
So yeah, so the thing about each of these characters is that while they are smart, they're not perfect people. They have their own flaws to work on.
Indeed, yeah. All right, so yeah, there's Pliny, and then there's the other person who also is like kind of sub-leader to the group, and that's Marion. She's a cautious, uptight, and anxious girl who tends to get worried or fall into perfectionism.
One thing you gotta keep in mind is that Marion, I think what makes Marion work is that she's the opposite of Pliny in terms of personality.
That's true. You're right.
And that's why the two work well off of each other, is that they're both so opposite in terms of personality and mindset that they work well off each other.
Like Marion is trying to, like, I don't know what's going on with Marion, but like she is, yeah, correct. She is cautious. She's kind of like one of those folks that are like nervous or something, like, oh my God, I can't wait to do this. Yeah. You're right. I can understand the whole perfectionism that comes with her.
And also, is it just me? I have to point out her character design because her character...
come on. You can't be Luann Loud again.
Is it just me, or does Marianne look like Luann Loud?
No. She's not even funny as Luann Loud. Oh my God.
She looks like if Luann went to boarding school.
Oh, but okay. I don't get the whole design either, because she's wearing a big ass suit, like as her design and stuff.
Exactly, hence the boarding school part. But yeah, Marianne on her own does stand out for the reason I mentioned, where she works well with Pliny. She tries to keep Pliny in check, and she tries to keep the group in check. And that's what makes her a vital member of the team.
Yeah, and I think she's like one of the smartest persons out there. So I've seen some clips ahead, by the way, where she actually apparently does a law firm. There's this commercial where she just goes like, are you hurt in an accident? Call my number or something like that. And if anything, this kind of like shows how funny she is too.
Better call Marianne.
Yeah, see? Yeah, is there? Better call Saul. Your little reference here now. Next person to bring up is Frances. She's a stoic, calm, and collected odd girl who has a deep voice, who approaches things in a very chill manner. I guess she is the chillest character in the show, to be fair. I don't know. Like, she has some suspicious vibes, honestly.
She has that stoic personality in which she doesn't really react strongly to anything. And the one time where she actually does act on her emotions, she does it like low vibe, like that Manatee episode, for example, where she was basically the goat in that one.
Well, she was the one who actually knew that there was something wrong with the Manatee, and then everybody else who was in the group was just like, I want to draw this, I want to start.
Exactly. She's not sucked into the trend, and I think that's what makes her by far the smartest one of the bunch, because she didn't give in.
How do you like about the whole attitude that she has? She's so like calm and like stone-faced.
She's calm and stone-faced, but there are times when she's calm and stone-faced to a fault. And when you're like that to a fault, it's either you're internally depressed, or you've been through so much you just don't care anymore.
Yeah, she kind of goes through that, but to be fair, like I understand that there is something in her where she's like kind of cares a little bit, but there is some. I mean, she seems like she's sadistic, she's sarcastic and stuff, and like I don't know, there's just something odd about Frances. Like I don't know, like the way I'm kind of seeing her, like there, at least that one episode in the Nanatine episode kind of shows like she can actually be a character that can actually help the team out. But at the same time, there's like times where like Frances can be a little bit suspicious. I'm like wondering, what are you doing?
You're kind of sus.
Yeah.
Yeah. Frances is an oddball, but she's she's an adorable oddball.
I kind of, yeah. If anything, like that's one thing about Frances I have to look into now. Like, is she sus throughout the whole show or something? Yeah. Next person up is Chip. Larry. Larry is a Taiwanese American, enthusiastic, reckless, and upbeat boy who loves bugs and adventure. By the way, loves bugs and adventure. Did he try to eat bugs in an episode?
Yeah, he was fascinated with bugs. He was fascinated with noodling, and if you know what noodling is, it's like you put your hand in the water, then the sea creatures kind of like grab your finger or something. Yeah, Larry is just full of adventure, full of.
I think he's kind of like hyperactive too.
He's he's hyperactive. That's what makes me think, is Larry ADHD? Because
maybe. That's a good idea.
He could be ADHD, which makes it even better.
One other thing about this too is like I guess he's like one of the youngest in the group because like he believes everything. I just remember that one episode where like he was being scammed by Sarah.
Yeah.
And he just believes Sarah all the time. I'm like, oh God, what is going on?
And it makes sense because since he is the youngest of the group, he's the most impressionable. Like he may be smart, but I'm not gonna go so far as to say he's the smartest of the six.
He may not be the smartest. Maybe he is. Maybe in a couple of things here and there, but like. No, most of the things that he's done, he like what was it? He's done some crazy stuff. I mean, I just know that he's not that crazy, but he knows what to do with the group. I just remember that one time where like he cloned him. It was like cloning something, and then apparently his hand got extended.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, the thing about Larry is that while he is wild and crazy, thankfully he does have his limits.
Yeah.
He does have his limits.
So yeah, that's Larry for you. Chip is the next boy that we're going to discuss. He's a boy who tends to be overconfident and claims to be strong, despite the fact that he's not very brawny. But
whatever his intelligence, big intelligence does make up for lack of strength. And there's not much to Chip in comparison to the other characters. I feel like
Chip is the overconfidence is definitely there. Like he wants to stand out and say, "I'll be the one to be the hero." Right?
Yeah, like he kind of has this, shonen anime protagonist mindset where it's like he wants to save the day and all that stuff.
Yeah. There've been times where like Chip just wants to volunteer, like he'll just stand up for like the group and all, but he ends up failing at the end.
Like Chip wants to be the leader, but let's be honest, Pliny is the kind of leader that Chip wishes he could be.
Yeah. No, if anything, I mean, Chip has been an interesting character. Like I just remember that one episode where he was like looking at beans and he looks at that one bean. It's like, it's me.
The one that looks like Chip.
It's me.
The beans that look like Chip, they call him his base. It's like, yeah, that right there tells you Chip is very egotistical.
Very egotistical indeed. And he's quite an interesting character. And then lastly, there's the big girl in the group, and that's Sarah, who's a nerdy and headstrong girl who is insanely competitive, a wild card, and even fond of anime. I mean, the fact that she like wielded a sword in that one in the second episode, the first episode, like.
I think she even low key referenced Okami.
Yeah, oh my God,
she low key referenced Okami.
I get it, she's a nerd and stuff, like,
and that's
I can totally see that. Yeah,
that's why I adore Sarah. She is very headstrong. She's pretty much very wild, not necessarily Larry kind of wild, but she's got that spunk and spirit that gets her going. And like. Her being into anime is a huge plus. Like, her being an anime nerd, bonus points.
I mean, the fact he's an anime nerd. Yeah.
Bonus points.
Definitely huge bonus points. Oh, my gosh.
And then, of course, so, big question about who is by far your favorite camper?
I have to be Marion, actually. I'm starting to like Marion a whole lot. I don't know. Maybe it's just her, like, consciousness. It's not Luann. Just stop pointing to Luann. But I like Marion, though. She's cool. I mean, what was it? She's being cautious. I love how funny she also is as well. So, yeah.
For me, it's a toss up between Frances and Sarah. Frances because of her stoic and calm personality, just can't help but adore. And then of course Sarah, for the reasons I mentioned, she's a free spirited anime nerd. So it's a toss up between the two.
I think it's just because she's into anime is the reason why you like her, huh?
Yes.
God damn it. Okay, and then we have to talk about Dr. Lula, an egotistic scientist who tricks the kids into coming into the island to do her work and run her errands. She's indifferent towards the kids, but slowly grows and respect each of the kids and their talents. I mean, for the first 3 episodes, it doesn't feel like she cares for the kids because she literally hired the kids to fix a machine.
Yeah, Dr. Lula, the best way to describe Dr. Lula is that she falls into the trope of cranky counselor, this selfish counselor who is indifferent towards the kids. Like I've seen before with Scoutmaster Lumpus from Camp Lazlo or Susie from Summer Camp Island. Dr. Lula also follows suit with that, except they actually write her character in a unique way that makes her stand out.
Because like she doesn't care for the kids, and she does some like random stuff like in the island. Like she was playing tic-tac-toe with a freaking crab. She tours around like the island to do her own things. She buys a freaking scooter and tries to upgrade it herself. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the thing. That she's a scientist, but she's a scientist who ends up scamming these kids, and then you see all around her the wilderness, the supernatural creatures.
Yeah.
You want to know more about her the more you see her.
I mean, yes, because she's the one who actually brought the kids over to this island. And I'm like, why? Oh, just to fix a freaking machine? I don't think so.
It could be. Well, for now, it is established that it is to just fix a machine, but I have a strange feeling, and there's a low chance that it may happen, but I feel like Dr. Lula brought them there for a much deeper reason than that the show may establish episodes later.
Yeah. Either way, I mean, yeah, she's quite of interesting of a character, though. I mean, I have to watch more episodes, but yeah, something about her just makes me feel like she's suspicious. There's something going on with her in that island. Yeah, there has to be more answers to be brought out when it comes to the show. And then, of course, there's Mr. OK, who's Dr. Lewis's assistant, who's a mutish Scottish terrier who also talks. Look,
Yeah.
there's not really much importance about him, honestly.
The best way to describe Mr. OK is that he lives up to his name. He's just okay.
He's just okay, and then he's just, like, being an assistant for Dr. Lula. I mean, that doesn't have much to say about him.
Which is kind of strangely ironic and kind of funny at the same time, where even the show establishes that he's an okay character because they give him a name.
Yeah. Also, the other thing, too, they also bring up the creatures of the island. Like, there are people who are, like, fish with human legs.
There's that one alligator.
Yeah, alligator who has human legs. And, like, wait a minute, these are all different creatures. Like, were they made by Dr. Lula?
They might have been. I have a feeling that Dr. Lula may have done a mutation experiment.
Yeah, but then they let them. But then she left them like loose in the island, pretty much. So they're like living. They're like living by sand, like apparently from an episode. The original was obviously sad.
Yeah, and the characters do have the potential to play a huge part in a twist, if there ever is going to be a twist in Stugo when it comes to Dr. Lula's character.
There's a bunch of like creatures in there that kind of makes me feel like, are they going to attack Dr. Lula? I know that there's some that are friendly, like they're just going through all these habitats around the island. They're meeting up with so many other creatures that apparently Dr. Lula has done, or they're just random creatures that just were made out of nowhere. So I don't know what's going on with this island, but like these creatures are also key towards the show because, you know, who knows what secrets they have. Maybe Dr. Lula made them, or this is maybe a habitat that has not been explored in the world.
Or I have a theory is that the mutants may be revealed to be a, you know, rebellious group, like the resistance against Dr. Lula or something.
Well, they're not attacking her yet.
Keyword being yet, but I have a feeling they're gonna do an ambush on her later on. But that's a potential.
I mean, I don't know. I mean, I have to look back at like those episodes, and they haven't attacked her. So either way, she's just a crazy scientist that does this kind of stuff. So
yeah, it leaves you wondering what makes her tick. It leaves you wondering what makes the island tick, what makes the mutants tick.
Right. Again, we're only 3 episodes in. There wasn't really much to bring up besides those adventures. So there's that. Next up, we want to talk about the animation because this style of animation was made by Titmouse, who looks very well. Done with a simple yet creative look. Titmouse has been working with Disney Channel for so many years. They have worked on KIF and a bunch of other shows for Titmouse. So what are your thoughts about the animation, how it blends with the remote island environment?
Yeah, there's a reason Titmouse has been one of their go-tos in terms of animation studios for Disney Channel shows. Between KIF and this, Titmouse really does nail the animation to a T. Because you see the character designs, how they all look unique, and not to mention, each and every supernatural wild creature definitely looks distinct from their looks.
I just really do, I don't know, like when it comes to the animation style, I mean, it's kind of familiar to like what KIF is. Like, not really too much on the actiony stuff. It's just characters that are just like drawn in just to fight them and stuff. I try to look back at animation, like what makes animation style so great. Like, for example, Owl House, what they did through their animation. Like they did it so fluidly to say. But then like when it comes to Stugo, it's not like that. Like it's like stiff. It's not too fluid or motion, you know?
It is true, and I think that's what Stugo is trying to go for, because it's not trying to be this grand epic cartoon series. I think it's trying to be this fun, campy, sci-fi show. And I think that the animation style is fit appropriately for a show like that.
Yeah, I mean, like, unless they go crazy into the animation and try to make something actiony, maybe that's when the budget kicks in for fluid animation or something.
Yeah, because it all depends on what type of scene that they're animating. The bigger the stakes are, the bigger the action sequence is, the bigger the stakes are, the more budget they put into this one scene.
Yeah, I mean, again, it looks okay. It looks okay. I'm not looking at like bad drawings or anything like that. I think the designs have been great for every character there. Everything is like animated really well. So I must say the animation is top notch.
Yeah, I think so too. I think it's great for what it is.
All right. So yeah, we watched 3 episodes. Do you want to talk about your overall thoughts on those episodes?
My overall thoughts on those episodes, I had quite a blast with it. It was actually very fun and engaging to see these 6 kids coming together, fighting together, having fun together. But it leaves you wondering, why are they sent here in the first place? It can't be just to serve Dr. Lula. It's got to be a bigger reason than that.
I really hope so. It can't just be about them being stuck there for 3 months.
And that's what makes Stugo so intriguing, is that it makes you want to watch more, because you want to see what's the big mystery reveal in terms of Dr. Lula. Like, what makes Dr. Lula the way she is? What makes the mutant creatures the way they are? Yeah.
I right now, like, I just feel like the flow of this show has been kind of like what Amphibia was. Like, like Anne started to come into the town, and then she just became like part of part of Wartwood, and then she does her own things with the planners and a bunch of other characters that are in Wartwood. Stugo is probably the same thing. Like, you have these 6 kids going into an island, and then they're just roaming the island, looking at these creatures, seeing what this scientist is going through with Dr. Lula. And yeah, I mean, there's be some time where like there's gonna be a big event happening, like Dr. Lula reveals something, and then the kids rebel back, or something like that. The kids reveal a secret. I'm just waiting for that episode to come up. But at the moment, right now, with these 3 episodes that we saw, it's just mostly them just doing adventures. And to be fair, it just means like more insight on the characters. Like, apparently Sarah could be a scammer. Larry is very fun just to do whatever he wants. Pliny is leader type material. Marion is absolutely I gotta say, it's absolutely adorable and smart. Like, she absolutely is smart.
Yeah, and she keeps playing in check.
Chip is show offy, and then Francis is very suspicious. I mean, come on, she can't leave a straight face like that.
Something tells me that Francis knew all along that this was a scam. Like, I'm gonna say this right now. There's a possible chance that Francis might be in on it with Dr. Lula.
Like, I know that every, like, in episodes of Stugo, there is going to be like an episode that focuses about a certain character. I mean, which is great because it gets me more insight looks about who, for example, Marion is, who Pliny is, who Sarah, Chip, and Larry are. Because like I love to see more of that. But again, this is just the only first 3 episodes, and that's, I think, like 5 out of 6 episodes were just all about character development. And like the first episode was them joining the island, cool. And then the next couple episodes is just them going on adventures and trying to like clean up, do all of this to survive in the island. To say,
I think that's what they're trying to go for. Is that the first 5 or 6 episodes is just going to be them doing silly shenanigans, silly adventures, and then the rest of the episode is going to go much deeper than that in terms of character development and plot development.
Indeed, yeah.
And so, yeah, I think the number one thing that I want to see, you definitely might have mentioned this, but I definitely want to see more character development with each of these kids. Like, what were their home lives like? Like, what makes them smart in the first place?
Yeah, that'd be a good thing to also bring up too. But again, I don't see flashback episodes yet.
Not yet, but they'll come soon.
Yeah. Well, overall, what you thought about the series?
I think it's a really intriguing series that I'm having quite fun with, and I'll definitely be watching more and more.
Yeah, I definitely am intrigued. I actually do want to see more episodes of Stugo, so I need to start getting a marathon of it. It's not on Disney Plus, unfortunately, which sucks because that's my way to actually watch Stugo. It's on Disney Plus.
Unfortunately, it's not, but you can still watch it on Disney Channel and Disney XD.
Yeah, there you go. So you're gonna continue watching this show?
I'm gonna continue watching it.
Yeah, everyone's gonna be watching this. So yeah, to say the least, our first impressions on Stugo is actually very positive. Looks like it's another hit Disney Channel show that we are definitely on for.
Yes.
And I can't wait to see more episodes of Stugo and see what this mystery is in this island.
Stugo.
Is that really just a theme? Just put a theme song and all.
It's so catchy.
It is a catchy theme song. Yeah, really good stuff. All right, so that was the end of our first impression segment. Now let's go ahead and go straight to our quick news. And the first thing we want to bring up is this brand new Nickelodeon show called Wild Pack. So Wild Pack is not a new show that is on Nickelodeon yet, but in the Nicktoons YouTube channel, there have been like certain segments of the Wild Pack, and it's all about this family of 5, just doing their everyday lives, to say. Let's see. When you heard about this news, what's your reaction about what Wild Pack is?
Oh, when I first heard that there was going to be a brand new Nickelodeon 2D series called Wild Pack, and from what I've seen, I was thoroughly invested in it because I feel like Nickelodeon needs as much variety as possible. The more Nickelodeon shows, the better.
I mean, if anything, we should need more slice of life shows. Like, we've had Loud House, and now we have Wild Pack, which is great because it talks about a human family. And I've seen the other cartoons that Nickelodeon has on their lineup. Rock, paper, scissors. It's literally a rock, paper, and scissors hanging out. I'm like, are we really going this route? Then the next show they have is all about superhero bunnies. And I'm like, what is happening with Nickelodeon? Like, where's the creativity that Nickelodeon has? Now Wild Pack is the new cartoon that's about to come out who knows when. But it's giving me first impressions because I actually like this family. Like, it's funny. Like, all of them are really funny.
Yeah, Wild Pack is definitely a big step in the right direction. And I was thoroughly invested in each and every single one of these characters, especially Lily and Jack, who work well off each other.
Lily and Jack, are they like the brother-sister?
They're half-siblings.
Oh, they're half-siblings. Okay. Yeah, I mean... it kind of makes sense because Jack is not Christian, I think.
Yeah, he doesn't even look Asian.
Yeah, it's like maybe how did he get adopted or something like that? No. Wait, they're cross. They're they're
multi-generational.
Multi-generational, yeah. I would say they're both cultural. So the mom's Korean and the dad's was it white possibly? I don't know.
Like the dad's
again, we don't know the whole family scenario because they didn't have a full episode introducing the family to say.
Yeah, no, that's just our theories. But then again, going back to this, when I saw Wild Pack, how it looks and the humor and the characters, I thought to myself, Nickelodeon's got itself another banger.
The humor actually is up there because it kind of relates to Loud House a bit.
It really does. And here's a key factor as to why it reminds you of Loud House. Because there are actually 2 people that were involved in the Loud House, 2 crew members that actually co-created this. Those people are Paul Watling and Kyle Marshall.
Okay, so I don't know Paul Watling, but I know Carl Marshall. Carl Marshall was a huge name in the Loud House. I think he directed a couple episodes here and there. But yeah, I can totally see the Loud House. I can see a lot of Loud House aspects because thanks to them, they pretty much brought some aspects of the Loud House into Wild Pack.
Yeah, because it's a nice blend, a nice combination of wacky cartoon shenanigans combined with slice of life. And to me, that's the best kind of comedy in a kid's show.
Yeah, and it works out, honestly. So
yeah, because the comedy in the Loud House is, of course, very stellar for the most part, and there are times where it got a bit heartwarming here and there, and I feel Wild Pack's gonna follow the same route.
Do you feel like because Carl Marshall left Loud House, now that he's working on this brand new cartoon, I know that he's probably not gonna be coming back to the Loud House, but I mean, you'll miss what he has brought from the Loud House to this show.
Exactly. While it is unfortunate to see Kyle Marshall go, I think that it is for good reason. I feel like this will definitely help boost up his animation career because this is a step up for him in his career because it's him being a co-creator.
Yeah, and it helps him out when it comes to animating new projects, which is great. Thankfully, Wild Pack looks to be good. There are many clips that are out on Nicktoons, but one clip that we're discussing is about the family navigating their local Asian market. Lily and Jack try to find out who the online hater of their business and the family does to strictly... Okay, so here's the thing. Yeah, we come into the episode, literally them trying to find out who that hater is.
Yeah, and Lily is just so obsessed. I mean, very, very
I feel
obsessed.
like she's funny. I feel like she's definitely the funny one in the group because, with her just being obsessed with something that random.
And you know what? I'm going to say this right now. Out of all the family members, Lily is so far my favorite.
I mean, the fact that the whole family is actually all teaming up here. You even brought the whole brought the grandma to even go out there to help find out who this hater is.
Actually, like and it's actually it's actually grandma who helps out with the shopping, like where they go. And I remember all 5 of them went out to go and do some. They went to, because they had this like specialty where it's basically samples. I kind of like how the family all works together. They all combine together as a team to make sure that they get the goods.
Yeah, so they'll go shopping while looking for that hater, I guess.
No, but I think that I think they're going to be their own separate episodes because it's different plot lines.
Yeah, and again, like there are other clips besides that one that we're discussing. There are like 3 more clips that are on the Nicktoons channel that talks about their family life, that talks about like who Lily and Jack are and what they do together. I mean, they're both siblings, so I'm pretty sure they'll have like wacky adventures together with their friends, possibly. Maybe we can see a possible chance of seeing who Jack's friends are, who Lily's friends are.
Yeah, because from what you've seen in the Wild Pack clips, that's only a tidbit. That's only a snippet of what's to come.
My issue right now is when is it going to debut? When is that new series going to debut? Because they're only just seeing clips on the channel, on the YouTube channel.
Sources do say that Nickelodeon's going to debut this in summer 2025, but the thing is, when in summer 2025?
Yeah, they don't give us specific dates. Either way, I mean, right now they're giving like so many like emphasis on that one Bunny Rabbit Superman show or something like that. And that's coming out soon.
And I don't want that. I don't want that Bunny Rabbit show to overshadow this, because this deserves love.
Yeah.
This needs love.
I mean, it's so weird because, like, again, we're seeing it more often on Nicktoons than Nickelodeon, because I don't think Nickelodeon is even promoting the heck out of Wild Pack right now.
Yeah, and that's what makes me feel bad for the show, is that it's not getting the marketing it deserves. It's not getting the promotion that it deserves, because this is legitimately funny. This is a legit funny show.
Yeah, it looks like it's a funny show. Again, the humor of the Loud House looks like it's over there in Wild Pack, and because of the people who worked on the Loud House who worked on Wild Pack, it definitely shows. And again, I'm liking it so far. It's something new for Nickelodeon. It's probably something that will probably bring Nickelodeon back, besides having Yellow Sponge bring them back. So
yeah, exactly. Nickelodeon, you're more than just SpongeBob and Loud House. Hello, look what you got.
You know what I mean? Like, we've always been discussing about Disney Channel. We have pretty much lacked off Nickelodeon in quite a while because, again, we don't care about SpongeBob that much. But now this may be something for us to actually discuss now, because we like how Wild Pack is. Maybe Nickelodeon is trying to come back up, get themselves relevant than being SpongeBob. So again, I mean, the widens of the wall. Like, come on, Nickelodeon is all about SpongeBob. I get it, but there's got to be other big properties that can actually bring them up.
Again, this Wild Pack step up in the right direction for now, but you just hope that this doesn't meet the same fate as Harvey Beaks. That's the thing. You just hope it doesn't meet the same fate as Harvey Beaks.
Harvey Beaks lasted like 3 seasons, right?
Because Harvey Beaks got its cancellation, and it wasn't shown on Nickelodeon. It moved to Nicktoons, but they did like 3 seasons though, right?
Yeah, I don't know about how Harvey Beaks is, but that's way too early of a prediction to actually think that it's going to be like lasting one season, then get canceled, go on Nicktoons.
Because unfortunately, well, not just that, but also It's Pony as well. You remember It's Pony?
Yes, I know what you're talking about, but we're not shafting it to Nicktoons.
I'm saying, like, Wild Pack is a golden opportunity to...
Yeah, but right now you're kind of assuming that it's looking to be like one of those Nicktoons that might, I don't know, like, I kind of don't like that.
No, but like, because we've seen this happen time and time again. I just hope that it doesn't fall to that trap.
I think they kind of stopped that, because Rock Paper. Look, here's the thing: Nicktoons doesn't really Nicktoons. Okay, right? I'm so confused now because you said this. Nicktoons is not that anymore. It only airing SpongeBob throughout. And if they're going to like shaft a show, they're just gonna shaft it. They're not gonna even show it anymore on their main network. They're just gonna put it on Paramount Plus.
All right, well, Paramount Plus is good enough, but the best case scenario for Wild Pack would be to show it on Nickelodeon and have it air for multiple seasons.
If it can.
Hopefully.
I mean, Loud House currently is airing, but it's like they don't air it on the main network. They air it on Teen Nick and sometimes on Nicktoons. But again, Nicktoons is just all about a SpongeBob. It's literally a SpongeBob network now. Like, there's no point in actually having Nicktoons anymore.
Yeah, it's too early to tell because we haven't even gotten much other than those, other than those clips. But I'm saying Wild Pack deserves good treatment.
I hope so. Again, look, we're trying to look at like how Rock Paper Scissors is right now. Like, they currently have 1 season, and again, they're not really showing much on Rock Paper Scissors on Nickelodeon. now it tells me like what's the next Nicktoons gonna come out? That Bunny Superman show plus Wild Pack, and I have a feeling like Wild Pack could probably last more than a season or two. That may stay on the network for a while, but the issue is that hopefully Nickelodeon actually sees the success of Wild Pack and make it on the network for years to come.
And I think it all comes down to the ratings. We got to make sure that we support Wild Pack.
I kind of, to be fair, those ratings aren't that successful. To be fair, like I don't really read on those ratings anymore because like most of the ratings have just been going down to like 400,000 people, 300,000 people, not 1.2 million. You know, so again, I don't know Nickelodeon's success story anymore, but ratings. Look, nobody watches cable anymore. Okay,
yeah, we're at a point, the day and age, streaming service has taken over.
Yes, so I'm assuming probably if they stream it on Paramount Plus, it'll be really helpful for them. But
yeah, that's what I like about Paramount Plus, that it's their anchor. I feel like Nickelodeon has their streaming service with services as their anchor.
So again, like I mean, right now in this new generation of like how Nicktoons are being aired on Nickelodeon, again, it's just all about SpongeBob, and I hate it because it's just all about SpongeBob, Patrick Star Show, and Camp Coral. They're only promoting that right now. I don't see them promoting Loud House recently. Hopefully next month, because I know there's new episodes coming out next month for Loud House. But like, it's still not.
And that's what makes
good.
That's what makes it all the more frustrating. That's why I have to bring out my concern, is because Nickelodeon needs more variety.
Yes, and they're not really bringing out that variety because SpongeBob is just taking over everything.
Yeah, exactly. That's why I called SpongeLoading for a reason. They focus 90% on SpongeBob and 10% on everything else.
Yeah, just I don't know. If anything, again, Wild Pack looks good. It's just that it's currently on Nicktoons channel just for everybody to preview. When the show comes out on Nickelodeon, the only thing that we can do is just watch it on the network, on Paramount Plus, whatever it's on, so that you can at least see the success and actually make it go far in the network, to say.
Either way, I'm just glad that at least it got the green lit. Nickelodeon did at least green light this show. And so I'm really glad that we're going to be able to see it with our own eyes.
We'll see. I mean, again, it's only a small bit of shorts, but Wild Pack's looking impressive. We can't wait for it to come out whenever it comes out.
Yeah, and I do root for Kyle Marshall and Paul Watling with their newest project. I'm rooting for this to be successful.
Yeah, I'm wishing for it to be successful as well.
Yeah, definitely. Wild Pack.
All right, we did put a slide for this next thing, but we want to talk about K-pop Demon Hunters that's coming to Netflix. The only thing that we can only bring up about this movie that's coming out is that it's only going to be streaming on Netflix. It's coming out in June 2025. So I don't know much when it comes to this particular movie. You put this up as a topic, so can you discuss why we're discussing this today?
Why I brought this up is that we finally got a announcement. We got the news from Sony ImageWorks supervising animator Pep Luz Lado, who has announced that the K-pop Demon Hunters movie has just wrapped up production and will be premiering on Netflix this June of 2025. We don't have the exact confirmation date. We just know it's going to be released on Netflix. So
it's coming early. It's coming out early, which is good. Again, like, it's not in theaters, which, to be fair, I feel like it's the right move, considering like this is, I believe, could be a box office. If it goes into the box office, it will not get a lot of tickets. That's for sure.
Yeah, I will say that
unless there's like a big K-pop group like Blackpink that actually stars in it.
Yeah, now it is true that while I would have liked to seen it in theaters, I definitely don't mind this getting the Netflix treatment because, yeah, like you said, it actually is a smart move on Sony's part.
To be honest,
it's a smart move.
To be honest, there have been movies that have just gone straight to streaming. Like, you've seen Apple TV Plus movies go straight to streaming. Netflix does the same thing. Mm-hmm. Amazon Prime Video also does the same thing. So why not this particular movie?
And I think that the reason why I say that, okay, I understand why they made this move, is because, yeah, having your movie flop at the box office does a good amount of damage to your business. It does a good amount of damage to your studio. So
for me, to sum it up, it is a right move for Sony Pictures Animation to do this kind of move, to have this movie go into streaming. Because, to be fair, the K-pop community, yes, it is huge, but it's not that huge. Like, there are a lot of more folks, there are a lot more Swifties than K-pop fans.
Yeah, exactly. And not to mention the fact that this isn't tied to any sort of like major or big IP. Whereas, for example, you look at the Spider-Verse movies, they're tied into Spider-Man because they're Spider-Man movies. So obviously they're going to be very profitable enough to make it give it the theater treatment. Whereas this K-pop Demon Hunters is like an entirely different movie altogether. Like it's definitely.
I don't know how
movie.
it goes because apparently the plot line is that their K-pop stars by day and the Demon Hunters at night. I just find that to be an odd story, to be fair. Like, oh, cool, K-pop stars, cool. They love to sing and all. And then in the nighttime, they just, look for demons around and then fight them off.
It is an odd plot line, but then again, there's something about a mixture or combination of K-pop singers along with demon hunting that I do trust that Sony Picture Animations will nail that unique concept, that weird concept. Because one thing you got to keep in mind is that, like, movies such as, say, Mitchells versus the Machines, or, for example, like that actually has quite a strange concept where it's got humans fighting off these robots, but they find a way to make it unique and entertaining. They find a way to make it well made. Mm-hmm. Whereas the K-pop Demon Hunters, I do trust that it will go the same route. I do trust that K-pop Demon Hunters will find a way to make it unique and engaging.
Yeah. Again, I don't see myself actually watching this like first day or anything like that. Maybe when the reviews come in, I'll probably start watching it. But it is a Netflix film. It is coming out in June 2025. So, if anything, for you K-pop fans who love Demon Hunters, that's a movie for you.
Yeah, like for all you K-pop fans, yeah, like you said, this is definitely your movie. I know you're gonna see this day one or even week one, so have at it. I'll definitely wait for reviews before I think about seeing it, but something tells me that it might be favorable reviews at that. Might be favorable.
Yeah.
And yeah, I do hope that, because I like Sony Picture Animation's most recent works, I do root for this to be successful.
Yeah, I really hope it does do well. This might be just about one. This might probably just be a one-shot film for this particular show, for this particular movie. But if anything, hopefully Sony Pictures Animation goes in the right direction. I know they're doing Spider-Verse. I think that's more of the focus than K-pop. Demon Hunters.
Oh, for a fact that they're putting all their energy, most of their emphasis is going to be for Beyond the Spider-Verse.
Yes, I think that's more of the focus. But I mean, I understand Sony Pictures Animation needs to make some films here and there, so this is one of them.
Yeah.
And again, the right move is on Netflix and theaters.
Yeah, and plus, they already got a brand new theatrical Sony Pictures Animation release. Beyond the Spider-Verse is coming next year, so they already have that.
Yes, let them cook with that movie, okay?
Exactly. Like, I consider K-pop Demon Hunters is the appetizer before Beyond the Spider-Verse being the main course, is how I like to describe it.
I see. All right. Anything else before we go into our main subject tonight?
Nothing much I want to say, except K-pop Demon Hunters is quite an interesting concept, and like I said, I am hoping for this to be good. Hoping, yeah, we hope so.
Yeah. All right, next up, let's go into our main subject and actually talk about the Crunchyroll Awards. Now, here's the thing, like the Crunchyroll Anime Awards, we always have it like in February or March. Why in May now?
Yeah.
How do you feel about that?
That's the big question. It's come out in later than I expected because we usually get Crunchyroll Anime Awards at the time.
Because I just remember like they always have it during award season. It's like February, March. When the Oscars, the Golden Globes, they would also have their awards as well. But the Anime Awards is going a whole much later, and I thought that was an odd move. The other thing too about this year's Crunchyroll Anime Awards is that they're going through the whole entire year of 2024, not like what they did before, which is like from fall of 2023 to like winter of 2023 to fall of 2024.
Yeah, no, it's strictly 2024.
So it's just all about 2024 now.
Yeah, 2024 only.
Which is good for me because it's just like, okay, good. We can actually talk about animes that actually came up that year because there have been some like animes that have been scrubbed there have been animes that have been scrubbed because they were held back a year. For example, like Bocchi the Rock.
Exactly. It's called Anime of the Year for a reason.
Yeah, like a 2023 anime should not be nominated for a 2024 Anime of the Year. Or
Exactly. It doesn't make sense. Like, it deserves to get nominated, but it doesn't make sense for it to be nominated for a wrong year.
Right. Again, was so confused about it, but thankfully the changes have made. Do you like that though? Do you like the new changes that they're doing for the Crunchyroll Anime Awards?
I think this is definitely a change for the better. I mean, yes, it's unusual to see it the Crunchyroll Anime Awards being shown at a different time frame as opposed to winter, as opposed to award season. But yeah, I think the reason why Crunchyroll Anime Awards is also doing this is because it wants to have its own time to present its own award ceremony. Whereas in the past, the Anime Awards were presented during a time as the other award ceremonies.
Well, honestly, if they actually changed the format, it's the reason why they delayed it. But I have a feeling like after the whole change happened, next year it will probably be during that same time period where all the other awards are happening, like the Oscars, the Emmys, the Grammys. Yeah, they're all probably gonna be in that same time period.
I think that
It's gonna be happening next year. This year was just a fluke, just because we changed the format a bit.
Yeah, I think that's why they wanted to do it later than we thought. Is kind of change up a few things, and yeah, honestly, like I'm pretty patient when it comes to waiting for the Anime Awards, so I don't mind it.
I don't mind it. Also, the other thing too is that remember Kids Choice Awards never got announced their premiere date or anything like that. So
yeah, but it's just something
I don't get it. Like sometimes I guess the Kids Choice Awards is gonna be in summertime instead of usually March or April when they usually have it.
Yeah, usually companies or studios do sometimes tend to schedule their award ceremonies later than we thought for their own variety of reasons.
Yeah, I know Emmys always happens like in the fall, so.
Yeah, and Oscars always strictly happen no matter what during winter, like February or
March, you know. Still.
Like late winter or early spring, either one.
Yeah. I mean, no matter what, I mean, they try to have their own time period, but this is just weird having the Anime Awards happen literally about in the springtime than the usual awards times to say.
Mm-hmm. And yeah, with the Anime Awards, I think it's something we're gonna get used to, like this and ongoing beyond. Is just this year strictly 2024, and then the next strictly 2025.
Yeah, that's fine. It's fine.
Yeah.
Again, that's fine.
Yeah, which is fine. Yeah.
All right. So next up, now for the rest of this show, we're going to actually go through each category. Now, if you're watching this episode right now, voting is closed, so you cannot be able to vote anymore. But we want to hear your thoughts about what you think will win each of the anime categories. So, without further ado, it's time to bring this window up. If my freaking computer ever cooperates. Jesus Christ. And then for you guys, by the way, you guys are going to be looking at our brand new little tidbit here. So we have this brand new window, so you guys can also follow along with us. Where is it at? Right over here. All right, cool. Yeah, they're watching the same thing with us as well. All right, so without further ado, let's go ahead and get things started with So we're gonna start from the back, from the awards that were nominated first, all the way to obviously the top animated award, which is the Anime of the Year.
Bottom to top. All right, we can be rising. Yeah.
All right, so let's actually start off with the best voice artist performance in English. You have AJ Beckles of Science Saru. Yet AJ Beckles, he voiced Okarun. Alex Lee, he voiced Sung Jin-woo from Solo Leveling. Jesse James Grell voices Armin Allert in Attack on Titan final season. Mallory Rorak, who does Frieren. These names are weird. Sarah Natochenny as Alia from Alia Sometimes Hides Her Feelings in Russian. And then Sungwon Cho, who voiced Senshi in Delicious Dungeon. So what's your pick?
So my pick is I do pick Mallory Rodak for
really?
Frieren.
Okay, so I don't know about the English voice actors.
Yeah, I feel like as I'm watching the English voice actress for this character Frieren, I feel like she pulls it off as fantastically, just as fluidly as her Japanese voice actress counterpart.
Okay, that's not bad. Although I have to pick AJ Beckles. Actually, it's interesting because, yes, he's Okarun from Dan Da Dan, and I don't know, his voice acting is rising up a little bit, and I do feel like he does a great job voicing a character like Okarun.
Yeah, he is a rising star.
So yes, I say AJ Beckles. Omid picks Mallory Balak.
Yeah.
So that's our pick for best voice actress English. Now let's head over to the Japanese side. And actually, let's go ahead and pick our favorite voice actor performance there. All right, so from these 6 candidates, we have Oyuki, who voices Mao Mao from The Apothecary Diaries?
Yeah.
Atsumi Tanizaki, who voices Frieren. from Free Ren Beyond Journey's End. Kenichi Suzumura, who voices Bravern in Brave Bang Bravern. Shion Wakayama, who voices Momo from Dandadan. Saya Sembongi as Marcial from Delicious in Dungeon. And then Natsuki Hane, who voices Okarun from Dandadan.
Oh my god, you got Momo and Okuran facing off against each other in that category.
So I don't understand why Momo didn't get voiced, huh? Why not? Why don't we put Abby Trott in the English one, huh? Why did Abby Trott did a bad job?
I don't know, but all I gotta say is, based on this is lovers' conflict, lovers' quarrel right there.
It's kind of like a Kaguya-sama lovers war thing now.
It's kind of like this. Like, this is definition of lovers' war.
All right, so Omid, you are picking first. Who did you pick as your best Japanese voice actress?
Aoyuki as Mao Mao.
Really? So you're a big Mao Mao fan yourself?
Oh, the moment I saw Apothecary Diaries, I'm into 6 episodes right now. I fell in love with her. And especially her voice acting, she really captures the intelligence, the wit, the sarcasm, and the ability to really cure people. Like, her voice actress really does her justice.
Yuki actually is a well-known voice actress. Like, she's done a lot of other big notable roles. So,
and that's why I picked her. Is that, yeah, I'm a fan of Aoyuki and her work.
Nice. I ended up picking up Shion Wakayama for Momo. She's actually awesome voicing her. She's doing all her sarcastic voicing here and there. I think she's like, it's one of her new roles as well. So yes, I'm picking Shion.
I do see why.
Okay, next category. Let's go to best ending sequence. All right, for the best ending sequence, we have Anatante from Ranma and a Half. We have Burning from Oshinoko Season 2. Kamakara Style from Elusive Garden. Nobody from Production IG. From Kaiju number 8. I'm getting the titles wrong. Request from Solo Leveling, and Taidara from Dandadan.
Yeah, I'm gonna say when it comes to my pick, I pick Burning.
Oh, I'm surprised about that one.
I picked Burning because the ending really does a phenomenal job in capturing the mood and the atmosphere of each and every character who is going through the entertainment industry, the ups and downs of it. And also, it also helps that near the end, you hear this guitar riff 5 seconds before the ending itself even plays.
Okay. You know what? I was expecting people to vote Nobody just because One Republic was performing that. It's true. One Republic actually performs the ending towards Kaiju number 8.
Nice.
But I am picking Taidara because Dandadan.
I will say, yes.
Zutamayo was fun because, like, you literally have the Turbo Granny literally just being a cat. Like, she's just mostly playing with a freaking, like, hairdryer.
Yeah.
And, yeah, it's fun. Also, the song is also pretty catchy.
It's catchy, but there's something about the ending, while well executed, it feels very random in comparison to the Oshinoko Season 2. Yeah.
Okay. But, yeah, I mean, Taidara, I believe that's a good pick. I'm sorry for you guys to see here. Taidara, it's from Dandadan. All right, let's go to the next category. That is the best opening sequence for an anime.
Oh, now opening sequence is where Dandadan wins.
I didn't say the nominees yet.
Best opening sequence.
I didn't say the opening. I didn't say the nominees yet.
Okay, sorry.
Yeah. All right, so let's go with the category for opening Made in Abyss. Sorry, Abyss made by I'm getting it wrong. Kaiju number 8. Bling Blang Bang Bon from Creepy Nuts from Mashal. Fatal Oshinoko Season 2. Level from Solo Leveling. Otonoke from Dandadan. And Us from One Piece.
Yeah. So what could be?
I thought you were gonna pick Us. You heard the opening, right? That's a freaking epic opening.
But it can't compete with dan 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 dan. Dan 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 dan.
Yes, Dan. Okay, yeah.
Yes, Dan da Dan.
Also, it's a good song, yes, and I also picked it as well. Come on, like. Otonoke Dan.
It is the opening of 2024, the anime opening of 2024.
Maybe Big Bang Bang Bone, just because everybody was doing this, you know.
Yeah, 2024 was a damn good year for Creepy Nuts.
So I'm gonna say this though, for like Creepy Nuts. Something tells me like they're gonna perform at the Crunchyroll Awards, because you had Yuasabi last year. Makes sense because Oshinoko was a hit, and you had Ali 2 years ago. I have a feeling Creepy Nuts is next because they have made so many great openings from what was it, Call of the Night to Mashal to Dan Dan Dan, and yeah, they're becoming a big hit themselves. I have a feeling like they're probably going to win. Either one of them are going to win. I mean, I'm not gonna be surprised if Big Black Band Bond wins, but I do pick Otonoke to get it.
Yeah, I pick Otonoke to get it, but either way, it's going to be a sweet victory for Creepy Nuts. Because
although to be fair, it'd be funny if somebody just comes out of nowhere and just picks something else.
I mean, they may pick something else.
Ooze, because One Piece. Ooze.
They may pick something else just because like they're so much into the show. Like I would imagine because the One Piece fandom is so massive, they might end up picking us because of One Piece.
Yeah, or Fatal because remember Oshinoko actually had a great opening with Fatal. So
it really did. I'm not going to deny it, but I feel like Dan and Dan is what stood out the strongest.
All right, good to know. But yes, I think we both picked Otonoke on that one.
Yeah.
All right, next category. And that will be best score. All right, so best score are based off 6 animes. Here are your nominees. It'll be okay. So Bleach, 1,000-Year War, Dandadan, Demon Slayer, Hashira Training Arc, Free Ren, Look Back, Solo Leveling.
So when it comes to my pick, I will say Bleach 1,000-Year Blood War: The Conflict.
Well, Mead is picking Bleach.
I am picking Bleach.
So why, out of all categories, Bleach this time?
The reason why I'm picking Bleach is because of those epic chorus numbers that help add to the epicness of the action sequences and fighting battles. I feel like Bleach takes it up a notch in terms of not just the animation, not just the storytelling, not just the characters, not just the action sequences, but also the music. The music is godlike.
No, it's good. It's good, I must say. But I was actually deciding between Free Ren and Dandadan. Sorry. Free Ren, Dandadan, and Look Back. Because Look Back, by the way, great film. If you haven't watched it, please watch it on Amazon Prime. Free Ren, on the other hand, the music was just absolutely beautiful. You can see through the cutscenes the music that has just been played throughout the scenes there. And I do put my pick for Free Ren on that one. So, yeah.
I do see why. Free Ren just has such a beautiful melancholic score to it.
Yeah. So when me pick Bleach, I pick Free Ren. That'll be for the best score category. All right, next up is best anime song. Now this is supposed to be, I guess, overall.
Yeah, overall.
So I guess best overall for best anime song, and they have openings and endings, honestly. So Abyss from Kaiju number 8, Blink Black Bang Bon from Mashal, Fatal from Oshinoko, Level from Solo Leveling, Otonoke from Dandadan, and The Brave from Free Ren.
Dan.
So you technically picked the best opening with the best anime song.
Yeah, because it is the go-to anime song to 2024.
Okay, so again, Crunchyroll Anime Awards, this makes no sense. What is the difference between anime song and opening?
I think it's a combination.
Why would you do that? Why would you do that? Unless it's an insert song, yes, you could put an insert song in there. Then Bocchi the Rock will have a lot of them. But like anime song, it's pretty much the same thing as opening and ending sequence. So I don't get it there.
Yeah, it's like 75% opening, 25% ending. But I think the reason why they picked it is because they want to go with what's the most popular songs to come out of 2024, opening or ending.
I picked Big Bang Bang Bone on this one. Because really? I was jamming through it throughout like the entire year. If you're saying about best anime song, that is definitely the best anime song. And it has played throughout like spring of 2024 all the way till now. And yes, it always continues to play on my radio because I love this song. The rap is amazing. Yes, I must say, Big Bang Bang Bone.
Rain Mamba.
So I picked Big Bang Bang Bone. You picked Otonoke.
We both picked Creepy Nuts.
Okay, yeah. So Creepy Nuts is gonna win something, but it is different songs though. So yeah. All right, cool. All right, next up, it is the must protect at all costs character. Okay, they've done this already, but let's go ahead and discuss it. Who will be the best protect at all costs character? Will it be, let's see our categories again. Will it be Anya Forger from Spy Family? Will it be Free Ren from Free Ren? Will it be Okarun from Dandadan? Will it be Senshi from The Sister Dungeon? Will it be Toyuki Hojo from what anime is that actually? The Elusive Samurai, or Yuki Ito's from A Side of Affection?
Anya Forger.
Oh, you're one of them. Oh, you still want Anya?
I'm one of those protect Anya at all costs because she is adorable adorable peanut. I will protect her at all costs.
Okay, well, she's won that twice.
And she's won it twice for a good reason.
Okay, so here's where I come in and say she needs to go down.
Really?
Yeah, I did not pick.
You want her streak to end here?
I want her streak to end here, unfortunately.
Anya's right there.
I'm sorry, Anya, but I'm sorry, Anya.
Not in front.
Great season. Great season overall, but I believe there's another character that definitely needs more protection. That's Okarun.
Really?
Yeah.
Okarun, huh?
I feel like Okarun needs more protection because his balls is gone.
No, but Okarun doesn't need protection. Like he's a fighter. Like he does.
But I feel like he just gets getting like picked on by people.
Like
you feel like he's the weakest person. Like from the first season, like he feels like he's the weakest.
The dude can fight. The dude can go into trigger mode and just fight the hell out of these things. Whereas Anya doesn't have any fighting experience at all.
I mean, Freeran can fight, yes. Okarun, in his demon form, can fight.
Okarun in his demon form can fight.
Yes. But then that's a different person compared to what Okarun is.
But Anya's smaller.
Okarun, like, he's so weak. He's like, oh, help me. Baby, can you come forward?
It's not a guy you want to protect. It's a guy you want to tell to man up.
Yes, that's why I have to protect him. Because, like, forget your words. I need to protect Okarun.
Tell him to protect himself, yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, I picked Okarun. Omin picked Anya for best protect at all cost character. And I think this is going to be an ongoing thing for Crunchyroll. They'll just put this thing up here. All right. Next up, the next category, we have best supporting character. Okay, best supporting character. We have Fern from Freeran. We have Himmel from Freeran. Jinji from Apothecary Diaries, Seiko from Dandadan, Shenshi from Delicious in Dungeon, and Turbo Granny from Dandadan.
Sexy grandma, Seiko.
Come on,
let's go.
Really?
Best character in the show. Let's go.
Okay, that's really a reason.
Yeah, because Seiko not only serves as being surprisingly the youngest and hottest grandma character I've seen, but she actually does her part in helping out Momo and Okarun, and plus she has that cute dynamic with Momo teasing her, but still.
You just really like a really tough granny. I don't think she's a granny. I think she's like a 50-year-old old person or something.
Yeah, she's one that steals my heart, and I love Seiko for a lot of reasons, and yeah, she's definitely granny waifu material.
You can pick Turbo Granny. She's in that little cat form.
Turbo Granny's in cat form. That's why she doesn't work. She's in cat form.
She's still a supporting character.
No, but I'm saying, like, if I had to pick between the two grannies, I'd rather pick the human granny.
Okay, sure. I guess what kind of reasoning you have. Seiko is cool and all, but I'm pretty sure everybody's going to vote for her, so I picked the other way around, and I picked Fern from, Freeran.
Fern was close.
I actually like Freeran. I actually like Fern. Like, I started watching this a whole lot more, and Fern is actually really great of a supportive character. Yeah, so I say Fern.
I've watched Freeran, and I can see why you picked Fern. Like, Fern did come close because of the dynamic she has with Freeran. Her and Freeran do work well off each other as a team.
Indeed, yeah. So, yeah, there's that. All right, now from supporting character to main character. Our nominees here are Freeran from Freeran, Kafka Hibino from, Kaiju number 8, Momo from Dandadan, Okarun from Dandadan, Mao Mao from Apothecary Diaries, and Sung Jin Woo from Soul Leveling.
Mao Mao.
Oh, okay. You know what? I like that as well. Momo ain't a bad character.
Mao Mao, I fell in love with Mao Mao the minute I saw her, and she became one of my favorite female anime characters from episode 6.
Okay, I love Momo Mao Mao throughout the whole show. Like, she's pretty, she's great, she's like a great character for the Apothecary Diaries, so there's that. But I did not pick her, unfortunately, for main character.
Really?
Yeah.
You're the one who's been telling me to get into Apothecary Diaries.
Yes, and it's good, but I like Momo a whole lot more. Okay, she's a strong-witted character. She's funny. Oh my god, like I can't say much about Momo. Like, she's just amazing.
Momo is amazing, and she really does help elevate the series. She's one of the best, but yeah, if I had to go with who's the main waifu of 2024...
Yeah, main waifu maybe on Mao Mao in this case, yes. Because Momo is young, but still.
But still, though, like Mao Mao, there's something about Mao Mao that stands out as being very intelligent, very sarcastic, willing to help.
I like Momo a lot more, so I'm picking her. And yeah, she just turns out the whole books and everything when it comes to characters. So
That's fair enough.
All right, let's go to the next category, and that will be best slice of life anime. All right, so we have our categories here. It is Laid Back Camp, Maken, Too Many Losing Heroines, Mr. Villain's Day Off, My Dear Friend Nokotan, Sound Euphonium Season 3, or The Dangers in My Heart Season 2.
Maken! Maken!
Yes.
Maken. I feel like I really adore Maken. I feel like it should have been nominated for more categories. It's definitely one of my favorites of the year.
Maken, Slice of Life, I also did pick that as well. I think it does deserve to be the category for Slice of Life of anime. It's just like that. Because, like, it does make sense why some girls end up, like, losing their boyfriends and stuff like that, and it's just a way to recover. Like, they all became, like, part of the library club, and they, like, all hang out together. And it's nice. I actually do like this kind of, like, format of, like, how rom-coms are.
Yeah, exactly. It really does delve into how high school romance is and what happens when you're on the losing side of the love triangle or whatnot. I feel like Maken really captures it very well.
Yeah, I do think that Maken will definitely... I have a feeling Maken will definitely win this, but then again, look at the other categories there. You had Laid Back Camp, it was fun. Nokotan, I don't think it's a slice of life. I think it's just a really silly, like, anime.
Yeah, I love Nokotan, but it's too silly to be a slice of life
And also, give shout out to Sound Euphonium. Sound Euphonium is actually a really good anime series, but yes, about a band and everything, and Kiwani's hitting it with that. But I do feel like Maken is going to take the cake on this one.
Yeah, I think so too.
Okay, next up, let's talk about Best Drama. And we have our categories here for Best Drama. Let's see, Sign of Affection. Sorry, we'll go with this one. Okay, Sign of Affection, Dead Demons, Dead Destruction, Free Ren, Beyond Journey's End, Oshinoko Season 2, Pluto, and The Apothecary Diaries.
Oshinoko Season 2.
Oh, really?
Yeah, see, like, I wanted to pick Free Ren, I wanted to pick Apothecary Diaries, but, you know, first of all, I'm only 6 episodes in when it comes to those two series, and second off, when it comes to the second season of Oshinoko, it takes the drama up a notch in comparison to season 1. Like, season 2 really does up the emotional moments, it ups the tension, it ups the hardships of the entertainment industry, it brings up tenfold, and it makes the series a whole lot better. So, Oshinoko Season 2.
Oshinoko wasn't bad. I think it was not as great compared to Season 1. It's still good. It's still good, but I feel like Season 1 totally took the cake when it comes to Best Drama, so I didn't pick it because I felt like a little bit weaker compared to Season 1.
A certain
Oshinoko.
arc would like award with you.
Okay, yeah, but still, that's what, again, we'll say otherwise. But I did pick Apothecary Diaries as the Best Drama.
I can see why. Apothecary Diaries was close. It was close to being my pick.
Because it's so good. I don't know what. Like, it's so animated well, and then, like, the story of it was just so impactful. Like, you can totally see the sensitivity of the drama that happens in that show.
Yeah, the drama and how it tackles death, illness.
Yeah, exactly. So I must say, like, Apothecary Diaries definitely takes the case for that one.
Yeah, and I can see why. Apothecary Diaries was a close second for me.
All right, next category, and this is a new category from Crunchyroll. It is Best Isekai. Isekai, are you serious, Crunchyroll? To be fair, yes, it is in its own category since there's so many Isekai anime out there. So.
Yeah, it does hence why... Like, that right there exemplifies why there's too much Isekai recently.
All right, so here are your nominees for Best Isekai Anime from the Crunchyroll Anime Awards. Konosuba Season 3, Mushoku Tensei Season 2, Core 2, ReZero Season 3, Shangri-La Frontier Season 2, Suicide Squad Isekai, and was it the Slime Anime Season 3?
Konosuba.
Oh, okay, kind of makes sense. It is a really funny anime.
Konosuba is legit one of the funniest anime I've ever seen. Because of the main character and his dynamic with the other female leads.
He's not a bad character, honestly. I kind of do like him a bit. And also the character, what was it, like, and the other characters too, like Aqua, Darkness, and, Explosion Girl, yeah.
Yeah, by the way, Darkness, best girl.
Okay.
And also, yeah, each and every single one of them have their distinct personalities. They all have their own flaws that does hinder the party. And it's fun to watch the main character work with them. And plus, the main character has got his own flaws as well. He's a pervert.
Yes, he's a huge pervert.
He's a huge pervert. And see, that's what makes this comedy gold, is that they they managed to make each and every character work their flaws in this to make the comedy work.
Either way, like it's still a hit series, and a lot of people really love Konosuba right now. So yeah, it makes sense. But I did not pick Konosuba. I actually picked ReZero.
Oh, you picked ReZero.
So ReZero, okay. By the way, folks, I know that some of you are gonna say, "Oh, you like it because of Ram." Oh, Ram.
You like it because of Ram? Yeah.
No, it got good. Honestly, season 3 of ReZero, I think, was one of the best seasons I've seen for ReZero. It's getting better in the story. I'm starting to like this show a whole lot more. So yes, I think if anything, from its small start to its biggest like continuation in the show, ReZero definitely deserves a cake on that one.
I do see why.
Yeah. All right. Let's go to the next category, and let's talk about Best Action Anime. All right, so we have so your 6 nominees are Bleach, Thousand Year War, Dandadan, Demon Slayer, Hashira Training Arc, Kaiju number 8, Solo Leveling, and Windbreaker.
This is going to be my nostalgia talking, but Bleach.
Really? Over Dandadan.
I picked Bleach. Yes. I'm sorry, Dandadan. I'm sorry, Demon Slayer. I love your action sequences. They're very well put together, very well shot, very well choreographed, but oh my gosh, Bleach is back and it's better than ever before. Like, oh my gosh, Bleach, the way they animated and put emphasis on the fighting scenes, especially between Soul Reapers and Quincy's, between Ichigo and Yamahare, and not to mention all the Bankai and Zanpakuto. So it's like, oh god, it takes me back. It takes me all the way back. And they put more emphasis on it. And like I said, it's back and better than ever before. So yes, Bleach.
Okay, Bleach, to be fair, I need to catch up on that show. I heard it was really good. So kind of makes sense there. I can even give it to Dandadan, though. I like Dandadan all throughout the show. It's just been so great, so funny, and all the action scenes has just been so epic, especially, when you fight off against Turbo Granny and so many of the other, like ghosts and aliens that have been around that show. Yeah, I must say, like, Dandadan definitely takes the cake when it comes to action, so I pick Dandadan.
That makes sense. That makes sense. And, yeah, like, if not for Bleach, I would have had a time choosing between Dandadan and Demon Slayer, because Demon Slayer has a fluid action.
Demon Slayer has been alright, but it's the weakest arc for sure. Like, I don't think it deserves to be in that category, honestly, because there are better animes that had more action scenes compared to like Demon Slayer Hashira Training Arc.
That is true.
Just wait till Infinity Train, and then we can probably talk for.
We've had better fighting action sequences from Swordsmith Village.
And also Windbreaker, definitely an underdog anime. It's fun to watch Windbreaker, by the way. So okay. Yeah, please, a recommendation for everyone to watch that. Okay. All right, next category. It is Best Comedy Anime. All right, so your nominees are Delicious in Dungeon, Konosuba Season 3, Mashal, My Dear Friend Nokotan, Ranma and a Half, and Spy Family Season 2.
The naka.
Shika noko noko. Shika noko. Wait, you forgot the theme song?
It's been a while since I've seen the anime. Come on, it's been a while since I've seen it.
Okay, but no, that song has just been a banger, and I don't know why it never got Best Anime Song or Best Opening. Crunchyroll.
Yeah, it is pretty catchy, but when it comes to anime comedy, My Dear Friend Nokotan definitely. It definitely takes up to a T because of how wacky and how goofy it is.
So I familiarized this anime as like Lucky Star, but with a deer.
Yeah.
And there's just so many like shenanigans in the show where like she gets caught and then like she's a human. She like hangs around with deer and stuff like that. I thought it was hilarious. And also this one girl that just continues to like be a friend with this deer girl. Like it's just so funny. It's just amazing. I also did vote for Nokotan to be best comedy too.
This is another one of those series in which the two main female leads work well off each other because of how opposite that they are. Especially with Nokotan annoying the hell out of that one blonde girl.
So like when it comes to comedy, I think it does win it. I don't see Delicious in Dungeon winning that one. I mean, Mashal possibly because it's just a hilarious anime. But no, I mean, if anything, I do think Nokotan definitely takes the cake. If anything, hopefully you all voted for Nokotan, those who are watching.
It was the hype.
All right. But yeah, that's our vote, by the way. We voted for Nokotan. All right, next up, Best Romance Anime. And it has these categories. These nominees. Side of Affection, Blue Box, Maken, Ranma and a Half, Scott Pilgrim Takes Off, which is funny because it's a Netflix show. Apparently it's an anime. Oh, is it?
Yeah, it is.
Okay. And then Dangerous in My Heart Season 2.
Maken.
Okay, so you pick Maken again, so it's Best Slice of Life and Best Romance?
Yeah, and I feel like it earns those two titles because Best Romance, I feel like Maken handles the romance genre because it subverts the romance genre. Because usually
they're not even hitting the romance itself. It's literally reverse romance.
Yeah, it's the anti-romance. It's the reverse romance, and that's what makes.
I don't know if it actually considers it as a category then, if it's not romance.
No, but I'm talking about the way that the story is handled. Because usually we see the guy and the girl or the significant others getting together. That's what makes for a typical romance story. But then the story tackles as to what happens when you don't get the girl, when you don't get the loved one, when you don't get the guy.
Yeah, and the girls end up just hanging out with other like rejects too.
Yeah, exactly. It's all the rejects coming together. Rejection loves company. Misery loves company in a sense.
All right.
And that's what makes Maken very intriguing.
I honestly think Maken should not be in the best romance because there wasn't really much. There was romance that happened in the first couple episodes, but in the end, they all like are hanging out together. There is romance in it, but it is more towards the side characters than the main characters. So I didn't pick Maken on that one. I actually picked The Dangers in My Heart because that. I don't know what, like, I picked up the show slowly. I didn't watch the first season until last year, but season 2 definitely takes the cake, and it's just so romantic. Nice. I do love, like, their love story they have in The Dangers in My Heart, so I will have to make my vote for that anime.
Okay, I see.
All right, yeah, you have to watch that, by the way.
I haven't seen it, so there's not much I can say about it.
Also, a bunch of fans, I'm pretty sure you'll love Ranma and a Half. By the way, it's a really good show.
Yes, Ranma and a Half is legit funny, and it's very colorful. Just, yeah, Ranma and a Half is very enjoyable.
All right, next up, Best Background Art. All right, our nominees are Dandadan, Delicious in Dungeon, Demon Slayer Hashira Training Arc, Free Ren Beyond Journey's End, Pluto, and The Apothecary Diaries.
I'm going to say Apothecary Diaries because I like how the background looks because they add so much vibrant color to the backgrounds of the castles and the villages and also the interior backgrounds of the palaces themselves, the buildings look beautiful. Yeah, Apothecary Diaries knows how to add the vibrant color and lighting. They put emphasis on lighting as well.
Okay, so this was a really tough one because all of them actually do have great background art. I have to give shout outs to Pluto because they do a great job animating that. Even Demon Slayer as well. Like the backgrounds look absolutely great. The characters are also great as well. But I gave mine to Free Ren because I don't know what, like the background art of that one absolutely like hits in every case. I do love like how it's barely animated when it comes to Free Ren. So yeah, background art definitely goes to Free Ren in my case.
I do see why. Free Ren was really getting really close because the background of that is remarkable as well, especially the landscapes.
Oh, indeed, yeah. All right, next category we have Best Director. All right, and it's and to be honest, like I kind of feel like when we go with the Best Director, we always pick the what was it? The director that actually would win Anime of the Year. Yeah. Like, kind of like what the Oscars have been doing recently. So, all right. So, Best Director. Here's your 6 nominees: Fuga Yamashiro for Dandadan, Haro Sotozaki for Demon Slayer, Kinshiro Saito from Free Ren, Megumi Itachi for One Piece Fan Letter, Norihiro Naganuma from Apothecary Diaries, and Yoshiro Miyajima from Delicious in Dungeon.
Oh, these are some of my favorite anime studios out there. Science Saru, Ufotable, Madhouse, Trigger. Yeah, all that. You got the big names here. But if I had to pick one, I'm going to say Ufotable.
So you're picking Demon Slayer?
I'm picking Demon Slayer.
Really? Oh, interesting. Demon Slayer for Best Director.
Because I feel like...
Remember, director, not company.
Okay, for director, but I feel like director... Ufotable, I feel like the director really nails everything down to a T when it comes to Hashira training.
I'm talking the Harugo Sotozaki is the director.
Harugo Sotozaki. Sorry, my bad.
Sorry. What you were saying? You're thinking company here?
No, because like I looked at it, I was paying attention to the bottom, and I know it's like the anime studios. Like I didn't pay attention to the name.
Oh my gosh.
But yeah, when it comes to best director, I'm gonna say Haruo Sotozaki.
Okay, so director is the person who actually leads in making the anime a thing, pretty much. Like with all the best directors, they always lead to like making great animes. I did say for Hashira Training, it is the weakest out of the arc, so I did not pick him. Everybody else did a great job, though. I mean, like, what was it? Even what's kind of crazy is that Megumi Ishitani, she did only One Piece fan letter, by the way. Yeah.
She did One Piece fan letter, and it was really touching. And yeah, while it is just a One Piece short, I feel like she directed it flawlessly.
Because it's a One Piece fan letter, and I heard a lot of people cried for it, by the way. So
it got my heart.
You watched it?
I watched it. Yeah, as a Nami fan and as a One Piece fan, it really got me in the heart. Yeah.
I have to watch it now.
Exactly, yeah.
Although I did pick Free Ren, director Kenshiro Saito. I think he led the right direction when it comes to animating a great anime series like Free Ren. So good. It was absolutely a blast watching that show. So yeah, I have to thank his direction for making this anime such a blast to watch.
It was so hard to choose amongst them. It was hard to choose amongst all of them.
So me picked Demon Slayer.
Yeah.
And I picked Free Ren on that one.
Mm-hmm.
Right, next up. Best character design. And here are your nominees.
All right.
For best character design, it is Dandadan, Delicious in Dungeon, Demon Slayer, Hashira Trading Arc, Free Ren, Kaiju number 8, and the Apothecary Diaries.
I'm gonna say Demon Slayer because even at its weakest arc, I
find that surprising. Interesting.
I feel like Demon Slayer, when it comes to the character designs, they always manage to nail the details down.
Okay. Oh, it hits it nail in the T. Now I get it.
Yeah, because it is best character design, and I feel like while all the other character designs are great, I think Demon Slayer has always been one of the best character designs all.
It's tough to actually decide when it comes to character design because all of them look great. Even Kaiju number 8's character design. How do you make a freaking good Godzilla man person, you know? Yeah. It's a kaiju, so Godzilla, right? No, but my pick goes to Dandadan. I like the character designs of it overall. It looks awesome, to be fair.
It really does, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, just the way that, like, how each character, like, got shaped and stuff like that. It's a different kind of, like, art style compared to, like, seeing what at least Dungeon looks like, what Free Ren looks like, what Demon Slayer looks like. Yeah, it just feels like it's kind of like normal, kind of like a way that works when it comes to an anime series like Dandadan. So, yeah, I picked Dandadan for that one for best character design.
All right, I can see why.
Yeah, so that's my pick there.
Got it.
All right, next up, let's go to best animation.
All right, here we go.
This one's actually tough for me because all of them animated everything really well. But let's go through your six nominees. We have Dandadan, Delicious in Dungeon, Demon Slayer, Hashira Trading Arc, Free Ren, Kaiju number 8, and Soul Leveling.
I'm gonna say Free Ren.
Free Ren, okay, that's a good one.
Because when it comes to Free Ren, from the character designs to the background designs to the way the animation moves, I feel like Free Ren does it the best in terms of the amalgam, like the mixture of all of them.
Okay.
Yeah, Free Ren is just so beautiful to look at. Like, from episode 1 alone, I fell in love with the animation.
Okay, the animation absolutely is blast. Like, I actually do love the animation style when it comes to Free Ren. But when I'm looking for, like, all of these, like, all of them look great. Soul Leveling's animation is definitely top-notch. I would have picked them, to be fair. But when I looked at Kaiju number 8, their animation style is, like, a little bit different because they use CGI. They use, like, things to make it all stand out when it comes to, like, the fight scenes that happen in Kaiju number 8. So my pick goes to Kaiju number 8 for best animation.
I see.
Well, I gotta watch that, by the way. It's a pretty good
I haven't seen Kaiju number 8, so I don't really have anything to add on top.
It's a really good anime series. Please check it out if you can. All right, next up is best original anime. Now, this is actually based off animes. These are animes that have not been made based off a manga or a graphic novel.
Yeah, no, that's like it's anime first and foremost. Yeah,
right. So here are your nominees. It's Buchigiri, Girls Band Cry, Jellyfish Can't Swim in the Night, Metallic Rogue, Ninja Kamui, and Straight to the End of the World.
Now, out of all of them, there's only one that I have seen. Only one. Jellyfish Can't Swim in the Night.
How was that, by the way?
I feel it's really underappreciated, and I do like the chemistry amongst the 4 girls that do come together to perform like this, VTuber artist band, like the vocalist artist band, and they do a legit have chemistry, and each of them have their talents. One's a VTuber, one of them used to be a model, the other is a vocalist. Like, each of them have their own talents, and they manage to combine their talents.
Did they make their own band? Did they make their own band too?
They make their own band too, but a different kind of band than your typical usual band.
Interesting. Okay. So you picked Jellyfish Can't Swim in the Night. You know what's funny? I also did pick a band anime for best original anime, but it's not that one. It's actually Girls Band Cry.
Really?
Yeah. I've been liking Girls Band Cry. I've been liking their songs. They look to be like a fun group of like bandmates together. Plus, the animation style when they rock, like, doing the performances and stage looks great. So
I gotta check that out.
I say Girls Band Cry in my case. So
yeah, I gotta watch more of these, girl rock bands besides Bocchi the Rock. It's like Girls Band Cries.
Yeah, here's another anime. You should watch K-On!
I did watch K-On!
He's better.
No, I did watch K-On! It's just like
good.
I just wasn't a fan of it compared to Bocchi. That's it.
I'm the only K-On! Fan who still loves K-On!
Yeah.
Okay, fine. All right, next up, best new series. This pretty much just sums up the anime series that came out this year.
Mm-hmm.
All right, best new series. We have Dandadan, Delicious in Dungeon, Free Ren, Kaiju number 8, Solo Leveling, and The Apothecary Diaries.
Dandadan.
Okay.
I picked Dandadan because Dandadan has been my go-to hype anime of this entire category because I watched all the episodes and it's so funny, it's so heartfelt, it's action-packed, it's pretty much everything all combined. It's very experimental as well, so it's bonus plus points for me. And the chemistry between the two protagonists, they work very well off each other despite being opposite of each other. And the plot thickens as the series goes on. So all these reasons are more.
I would say for best new series because of the hype train that it gets. Because I remember a lot of people loving the fact about Dandadan. Like when Dandadan was first announced in the anime, everyone was gonna be like, "Oh my god, it's gonna be hype anime. It's gonna be a hype anime."
Yeah.
When I looked at the other animes, they didn't really get that much hype. Maybe Kaiju number 8 fans are probably loving that. Apothecary Diaries, just because it was a novel that turned out to be a really good anime series, probably that got a lot of people hyped up for that too. Although and then Free Ren also was the same thing too, but I also did pick Dandadan too. So Dandadan definitely deserved it.
Yes.
I never expected so many people hyped up for Dandadan like this, and the results came out well because the anime was absolutely a banger. So yes, I say for best new series, Dandadan.
Yeah, Dandadan was so hype. You even got the first 3 episodes were released in theaters.
Yeah, I tell you, the hype train got happened.
Yeah.
So like even before the series came out on Crunchyroll, the anime technically started with the movie that you saw.
Yeah.
So there's that. All right, we already down to 3 more categories, so let's go to the next one. And we have best film of the year, and we have 6 nominees for that one. You have a Bleach 1,000-Year War, The Conflict, Demon Slayer. Oh wait, this is a TV series. Sorry. Do we have best film?
We got best.
Oh,
we have best new series.
Sorry.
We have film of the year.
We have continuing series next actually. So we'll actually do continuing series right now. Actually. All right. So best continuing series. Sorry about the mistake there. We have Bleach 1,000-Year War, The Conflict, Demon Slayer, Hashira Training Arc, My Hero Academia Season 7, One Piece, Oshinoko, or Spy Family.
It was really a toss-up between 2 of these nominees. And yeah, it was definitely, which one do I choose? Do I choose Oshinoko Season 2 or Bleach the 1,000-Year Blood War? Because for their own reasons, the 2 really did stand out as the best continuing series nominees, like the strong contenders. But Oshinoko.
Really? I thought you would go for Bleach.
Now, while Bleach is back and better than ever, like I said, 1,000-Year Blood War has been the best Bleach has ever been since the Soul Society arc.
I thought you would say, like, it's because it's so good. That's why it was going to continue really well.
And that's why I say, like, Bleach, 1,000-Year Blood War is so good, but Oshinoko Season 2 is slightly better. It's slightly better.
I have a feeling why. It's just because, how do you say... I'm assuming I know why. It's just because you want to continue on with the story of Ruby, for example.
Yeah, exactly. Now, the story of Ruby is where things are going to get really, really good. And it goes back to what I was saying about Season 2 really elevating all the things that made Season 1 so great. Like, they really enhanced everything that made Season 1 impactful and more. Like, the tensions were high. The drama was very, very well put together, well hot. And, of course, there are scenes that will get you in the feels. It gets intense. Oshinoko Season 2 really does get intense.
Yeah. So when it comes to best continuing series, I think one anime comes out comes out of this when it comes to best continuing series. I'm looking at all of them. Demon Slayer. I think it definitely takes the cake because look what's coming next. It's the Infinity Castle arc.
Yes.
And those are 3 films that everybody's hyped for. Everybody wants to see. This is the end of Demon Slayer, by the way. So this is the final battle, man. I'm assuming there's gonna be a lot of people really hyped up for it, and that's where I put my money on when it comes to best continuing series. I think Demon Slayer gets it.
Yep, the best for last, the big grand finale.
Yeah. So yes, I say Demon Slayer best continuing series.
All right, I could definitely see why.
Yeah. I thought you would pick Demon Slayer too.
I would pick Demon Slayer too, but even though Hashira training wasn't that great, it is definitely building up what's to come. What it builds up to what's to come.
One other thing, side note that I want to bring up: One Piece continues to win this every year. Do you think it's gonna happen again?
I honestly think that One Piece does have the very high chance of winning. I would say 90% chance because of the One Piece fandom still being the hype. One Piece is still hype. One Piece is still one of the biggest, if not the biggest anime ever. So yeah, I think One Piece has a big shot.
Hold on, this thing says it's dying for some reason.
Really?
Yeah, I even plugged it in. There. Okay. There.
We were about to get into the big one.
Okay. So yeah. I don't know. Something's going on with that charger. Either way, like, forget the screen. You guys are currently watching the screen right now that we're doing here. All right. Next up, we have 2 more categories left. Let's go ahead and take care of it. This time it's Film of the Year. So we have a lot of great anime movies that came out last year, but one of them is going to take the cake. Here's your 6 categories.
All right, here's the 6 categories are right there.
This fucking laptop is so bad.
Man, it's just like, and I mean, you're charging all the way, right? Like,
yeah. Hold on. Either way, folks are still gonna see this. All right, screw it. For Film of the Year, we have our nominees: Haikyuu, The Dumpster Battle; Look Back; Mononoke, the movie, The Phantom in the Rain; My Hero Academia, You're Next; Spy Family Code White; and The Colors Within.
I'm gonna say The Colors Within.
Okay.
The Colors Within.
Wait. Okay, that's actually different compared to like what I was expecting. Probably Spy Family.
Spy Family Code White served as sort of a anime filler movie, whereas Colors Within was its own movie, and it's very beautiful, very touching, and very, well, colorful. Especially when you see a girl who sees colors whenever she feels emotions. When she sees emotions, she sees colors. She has this color vision, and the bond that she has with the other 2 members of her band, her mini band, is so touching and impactful. You feel the friendship between the 3.
I haven't seen the film, honestly, and I remember seeing advertisements for it in like theaters. It's just that we didn't have the time to actually go out there. I would imagine it being a hit and all. Mm-hmm. All the other anime movies look great. Let's see, Spy Family Code White is great. Haikyuu, I know some Haikyuu fans are definitely going to watch that one for sure. I have a feeling Spy Family Code White is going to win because a lot of people love it. I remember seeing a lot of people praise the film because of its good ratings, but I'm going underdog here, and I'm picking Look Back.
Look Back does, I would imagine, like, the Look Back does have its hype, especially with all the accolades the movie has gotten. Like, I've heard that the movie is really good, and especially helps the fact that it's from the creator of Chainsaw Man.
It's so odd because it's only like 55 minutes long, but like it does hit everything in the manga. Mm-hmm. It talks about this one like girl who, who's like competing with this one like girl who like is a NEET pretty much. She's pretty much like all secluded back in her house, but she's the better artist compared to her. She like dedicates her life to become an artist, and then it didn't work out. She's still better, so she gives up. But then in the end, they both meet up together, and in the end, they start drawing and becoming great mangakas together. And then something happens tragically in that story. I'm like, oh my god, that's what gets me. It's like I like this, like the whole ups and downs when it comes to being a mangaka.
Yeah, now the anime movie itself is very well made.
It also was animated really well too.
It's very raw, emotional, but the thing that kind of holds it back, that holds back its chances, is the length. 55 minutes is short.
I don't care. Like, even though it's like short, it still hits the points of like how great of a movie it is. Like, you don't need length to actually showcase like how like impactful the story is. Like, the story can be just showed right there.
Well, yeah, of course. Don't get me wrong, but I'm saying, like, I'm not saying that the length destroys the movie's quality, but I'm saying, like, the length is what what I just said, it could be a disadvantage, is what I'm saying.
Okay, but I mean, I'm going to give my shout outs to Look Back. I do think that it does deserve the film of the year compared to Spy Family, but again, I have a feeling Spy Family is going to win.
Yeah, because Spy X Family is the hype. Like, Spy X Family is a hype anime, so that's why I'm kind of like saying I'm not even sure Colors Within will win.
I don't think so either, just because a lot of people probably heard about it.
Yeah.
I mean, Look Back is great. Again, we're picking underdogs here, but Spy Family looks to be the case here. Yeah. Again, if I were to put like a bet, like go to Vegas, actually put bets on these categories for film of the year, I think the one thing that will come out with it will be Spy Family. Like, that's a favorite compared to like our films that we're picking that are going to be huge underdogs.
Yeah, it is, and for a very good reason. You hear that, Anya? You hear that?
I think she's going to win. Who knows? All right. Now, last category is the moment you've been waiting for, the anime of the year.
Yes. AOTY.
All right. Here you go, guys.
AOTY.
This is the anime of the year, and it has 6 nominees. All right, here we go. Let's go for you guys. Okay, here we go. All right, anime of the year. Here's your nominees: Dan Dan, Delicious in Dungeon, Frieren, Kaiju number 8, Solo Leveling, and The Apothecary Diaries.
Now, you all know which one I'm picking. Here it is, the moment we've been waiting for. Dan 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 dan. Yes, Dan Dan Dan. AOTY, let's go. Although something tells me that I went into full depth as to why I picked Dan 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 as my hype anime series. The combination of experimental animation, comedy, action, the chemistry between the two leads, just everything about it just screams AOTY for me. This anime, Dan Dan Dan, is the definition. It's the face of 2024 anime. And also because I've seen Frieren and Apothecary Diaries, and they are AOTY material as well. But the thing is, I've only seen 6 of each. Whereas with Dan Dan Dan, I've watched all the episodes. So that's also another thing. But I have a feeling that I may end up, by the time I finish Frieren or Apothecary Diaries, I'll be like, maybe I should have picked you instead. Could be.
Yeah, I have to say this. Dan 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 definitely like has its praises. I knew this is going to be a battle between Dan 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 and Frieren in my case, because like both of them are successful. Frieren currently is like one of the best animes according to MAL. Dan 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 definitely is up there as well, but it's not as hyped compared to Frieren. Like, I don't know what, but Frieren was just absolutely perfect. I don't know why it never got nominated last year, because the anime started last year. It did continue on into 2024. Which makes sense why it should be nominated now. Mm-hmm. But just everything from that show was just beautiful. And yeah, I mean, just the story of like how journeys end to have a story afterwards, and how Frieren is, considering like how she had to go through this lifestyle, meeting these new characters, going through like these battles, and like going through these journeys that happen. And yeah, I must say, Frieren absolutely takes the cake for me. And I'm picking that as anime of the year.
I can see why, and that's why I'm really engaged in the story of Frieren, because it takes place after the grand battle, whereas usually fantasy stories take place during the grand battle. Mm-hmm. So I like what the direction that the story was taking in terms of Frieren.
Yeah, and I just love this, like what happens afterwards. It's just like the whole marriage, like the whole proposal scene was absolutely beautiful. Like, just there's so many things about Frieren that I just want to discuss more. But like, yeah, this just was an anime that takes the cake. Well, to be fair, from everybody that was nominated for Anime of the Year, they have their cases to become Anime of the Year themselves. Like Kaiju number 8, absolutely groundbreaking, looks amazing. Action scenes just look like awesome. The story I just was attracted to. So I understand why Kaiju number 8 is nominated. Same with Solo Leveling. Solo Leveling absolutely takes the cake when it comes to just animation just looks absolutely great, and the fact that like the whole them in like some sort of video game aspect, just like him really in video games, just turns out to be really good. So yeah, Soul Leveling is also great to make sure like it has its own case for it to be Anime of the Year. Delicious in the Dungeon was also great. Trigger animes just continues to just become boppers, and I do think Delicious in the Dungeon does have a case for it to become Anime of the Year. Mm-hmm. And then the last one was Apothecary Diaries. Like, I love the drama that happened in Apothecary Diaries. I love the animation. I love how it flows. The story was just absolutely great. But no, I mean, when it comes to everything that I've talked here, it is Frieren that takes the cake for me. I think
Okay.
it's just the anime.
Yeah. Now each and every single one of them have been nominated Anime of the Year for their own reasons, but it's just like it's one of the lines of all of them are great, but if we had to choose which one stands out to us the most, let's say if we had to choose one, Dandadan for me, Free Run for him.
Yeah, it is again, like we said before, Dandadan versus Free Ren.
Yeah.
And Anime of the Year is gonna be something, but yeah.
Yeah, it's a clash between those two titans. No, not those titans. I'm talking about Dandadan and Free Run being the biggest animes of that particular year.
Oh yeah, indeed.
So you're kind of thoroughly invested in this battle to see which way it'll turn.
Right. So those are all of the categories that happen in the Crunchyroll Anime Awards. Now it's time for us to go back live here and actually discuss about the ceremony. It's going to be happening on May 25th, 2025, at 2 a.m. here where we're living at right now. Omid, will you be up at 2 in the morning watching it?
I'm gonna try, but I make no promises because I usually don't stay out that late. So yeah,
I did it last year, and it was at a time where it's like I had a free weekend, so I might as well just watch it through from 2 to like 5 a.m. And I was able to see Mega Thee Stallion say the anime of the year, and that was Shizukai-sen last year.
Yeah, and I think that's what makes the Crunchyroll Anime Awards recently all the more fun to watch is that you get to see different kinds of celebrities being anime fans themselves.
Yeah, I just never saw Mega Thee Stallion become a huge JoJo fan. Props out to her though. I mean,
yeah, you never thought in a million years like Mega Thee Stallion would be a JoJo fan.
Yeah, the girl who's saying WAP.
But it goes to show how the anime community is bigger and better than it ever was. Like we're at a point where anime is how do I put it? It's the norm. Anime. There was a time where anime used to be viewed as a geeks and nerds only thing, but no, anime is trending.
It's very mainstream now.
It's mainstream now.
It's very mainstream now.
And that's what makes me all the more proud as an anime fan.
Oh yeah. I was a big anime fan ever since I started high school, and look at it now. It's becoming a big whole thing.
Yeah, me too.
One more thing I want to bring up. Do you like the nominees for this year's Crunchyroll Anime Awards? Because I feel like they were really favoring certain animes.
I feel like they're falling to the same trap they did the previous years. Like, remember Jujutsu Kaisen last year?
Yep.
Where, like, Crunchyroll Anime Awards was heavily biased towards JJK.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like with this, it's all going to depend on which anime wins how many categories.
I have a feeling because of the whole Dandadan rule change, because now Dandadan is now a part of the Crunchyroll Anime Awards. Do you think Dandadan will win everything?
As much as I love Dandadan, I want there to be a variety of winners.
I really hope there's a variety, because like I kind of hate that. I would love it if like another anime comes out of nowhere and actually wins it, maybe like Kaiju number 8 or Solo Leveling.
Give Bleach at least one win. Please, give Bleach at least one win.
Yeah, maybe Best Action in this case, but like look at everything else too. Like Demon Slayer, they don't have a chance probably against Free Ren and Dandadan. Like before, Demon Slayer did have a great chance for winning Anime of the Year. It did win Anime of the Year like many years ago. But like now it doesn't, because Dandadan and Free Ren are so much better.
Yeah, and Demon Slayer was at its weakest arc, and yeah, Demon Slayer has share of victories, so I wouldn't mind the categories going to other animes. And yeah, Dandadan and Free Ren have the highest chances of winning as many awards, but I'm just hoping that each award win is split amongst different types of animes. Don't make it just favor one anime. Right. Don't make it favor just one anime.
Another thing too is that they should at least have more categories when it comes to. They should have more nominees when it comes to Anime of the Year, and they don't specifically do that. So I don't know. They always just favor on Free Ren and Dandadan in this case, because like it just feels like for those two. But then look at the other animes that also got nominated as well. Apothecary Diaries have a chance. Apothecary Diaries, Solo Leveling, Delicious Dungeon, and Kaiju number 8. All of them pretty much just dominated all of Crunchyroll Anime Awards. Does it deserve it? I don't know. Maybe some of you guys haven't seen it yet, but yeah, it's kind of interesting how the Crunchyroll Anime Awards do their shows.
Yeah, it really is, because there are times also where Crunchyroll Anime Awards, they have been fair to some, if not most animes, before the Jujutsu Kaisen hype. So I'm hoping it goes back to that.
Well, we'll see. But either way, that was our nominees. Those are the nominees. This is our winners. We'll have to wait till May 25th to figure out who wins. But fortunately, it kind of stinks, because on May 25th, that's a certain convention that I'm going to. Omid is not going to this one, but who knows? He might stay up that late for it.
I mean, I have nothing to better do on a Saturday night, to be fair, so I may give it a shot. But yeah, the Crunchyroll Anime Awards, it's one of those instances where I could stay up at 2 a.m., but like I said, I value my sleep, so
we'll see. We'll see how it goes. But yeah, I'm guessing when June hits, we're probably going to see the winners, say our reactions and stuff like that. That'll probably be another show when it comes out. But yeah, the Anime Awards is coming out May 25th. Those who are watching, go ahead and watch it. But I'm pretty sure when you guys wake up, the answers are going to be there. So, yeah.
The answers are going to be there. And, of course, we can't wait to talk about the answers, the ceremony itself.
Sorry, the answers, the winners. I wouldn't say answers, winners.
Like, we can't wait to talk about the announced winners themselves, as well as the ceremony. Like, I want to see how the ceremony is.
Yeah. It's a bunch of... Again, I can't say much. All right. I guess that's pretty much it for our episode, unless you have something else to bring up.
One thing I do want to bring up is that, yeah, may the best anime win. May the best nominee win.
All right. Sounds good. Well, without further ado, I think that pretty much sums up our episode here tonight. Next week... okay, I think I didn't tell you this yet, but next week we're going to take a break. We're going to take a break next week. There will not be a new episode next week, but we are going to bring up new videos to our channel. We are going to take a spring break ourselves. All right.
Yeah. So you might not see a new episode next week, but yeah, needless to say, 2 weeks we'll be back.
Yeah, we'll have our own spring break this time around.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's our little announcement there. But yeah, no new episode next week. Hope you guys enjoy what you guys saw here tonight. Make sure you guys follow us on our Twitter, our Instagram, and our Blue Sky, which is all on the bottom of our screen here. Also, if you guys are watching on our YouTube, make sure you like the video, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and make sure you hit the bell button so you'll be notified when we come on next. We'll have new videos coming out next week, and we also have a new episode coming up in 2 weeks. So yeah, if you hit the bell button, you'll be notified when it will be on.
Yeah, so we just want to say thank you all so much for listening. Thank you all so much for watching, and we do hope that you all have a happy Easter.
Yeah, have an Easter, everybody.
Catch some eggs.
Are you a big fan of the Easter Bunny?
No. But I am definitely. I do see the Easter hype, and yeah, there definitely gonna be Easter bunnies.
Some folks celebrate Easter like with the Easter Bunny, with candy, with eggs, or Jesus.
Yeah. So I'm just saying, happy egg hunting.
Okay, there you go. I don't know. It's about bunnies. That's why I remember that. Anyways, bye guys. We'll see you next week.
Have a good day.
2 weeks. Sorry, 2 weeks. I forgot to put my name on that one.
2 weeks.
Bye.